Ladies, I got a bone to pick with you. Hop on the Sibian or get the fuck off the air, lady. It's not misogynist to say that women like boba more than men like boba in aggregate. We're bringing it back. We're bringing back chauvinism. I'm very close to going down to cha time and asking to talk to the manager and then asking them this question on camera, just to prove it. Because you're saying stuff like you're on your like anti-woke arc. I'm not on my anti-woke arc. I'm on my marketing demographic arc, and you're pushing me right, and I'm resisting. I'm resisting by saying, no, you don't understand. I voted NDP. I'm pushing you back, and you're going, no, you're a misogynist. No, I'm not. I'm just looking at market data. Fembot. People are gonna say this is misogyny, but that's just because they're not as knowledgeable about women as I am. I can't do anything. They've tied my hands. No kidding. It makes me sick, man. They hate us. Okay, I got into this industry to bring joy to the world, and now all of a sudden everyone's getting the pitchforks out. Back off my gender cohort. Harr! All right, I'll send you over to my wife's stream. Enjoy yourself. I don't even need to ask what she got for lunch. I know it's sushi, and it's not a sexist bit. It's not anti-feminist. We didn't have sushi yesterday. There's no shot we're not having sushi for lunch. I would bet a lot on it. I wouldn't bet. You got a steak management, okay? I wouldn't bet the whole thing, but I would bet a lot. And I'll see you tomorrow.
Sushi for lunch? Nope. Who said sushi for lunch? Guess. I know you did. Chet did.
Yippee.
Oof, Ryan owes us a lot of money. Oh. Can he pay me instead? Ryan said he would bet a lot on it being sushi. With you guys or with me? I haven't even watched Sushi Supercut, but what is Sushi Supercut? Is it just Supercut of Ryan just saying the word sushi?
You were saying that women have always been paid less than men and conclude that we should continue doing so? You're making an appeal to tradition, which means that you are wrong. Hey, whoa, hang on here, hang on. That's a fallacy, but I also think that you blew them out, so... Hey, just everybody relax, okay? They didn't give me valid as an option. All the men I meet have only one thing in mind. All men are perverts. That's a hasty generalization, to be honest. There's some men aren't perverts, probably. Also, it's actually offensive to say that men only have one thing on their mind. I know the implication is that it's sex, but that's just part of the facet of the multitudes that men contain. There's also food. I'm not being glib unnecessarily. Like, food is up there, man. Chibley told me to go to reddit.com/r/low-IQ-people. And some of the threads there, I'm thinking those people are smarter than they think they are, man. Top post all time was like, anybody else love food? And then the top comment was like, from the time I wake up to the time I go to bed, I'm mostly just thinking about what I'm gonna eat. I'm basically like an animal. And I was like, that's fucking true, man. On a good day, that is like what I concern myself with at the base level is like, what I'm gonna eat, when I'm gonna eat, and then eating it. And then even after I finish eating it, I'm like, I just move the goalposts. I go, what am I gonna have for dinner now?
It's beautiful.
Guys, can I suggest something, please? It's good.
Yeah.
I don't know why you felt
For
the need
April-
to say it was good beforehand, but go ahead.
Because normally people shut down my ideas because
Loaded question? That's a loaded question.
That's a loaded question.
Appeal and an appeal to pity, by the way.
I apparently forgot the password.
Not an appeal to pity, it's just my fucking life, man. If my life is an appeal to pity, you should feel bad for me. You should. And I don't even want to say my idea anymore because it's become a thing.
Well, go ahead.
I don't care anymore. Is this an
Yeah,
old
what is
April
it?
Fool's joke to laugh at me? We should play characters that aren't our mains for April Fools.
Appeal to novelty.
I hate April Fools so much.
It is like the worst.
Yes, that's
the
what
worst
we-
day.
Yeah,
No,
I do feel like it's universally hated at this point.
Oh, we do like a little wholesome bit.
Making
where we-
Mario noises, dude.
Yeah.
No, we're doing an April Fool's thing that isn't like really annoying. Like we're like doing something fun. We're bringing it fun again.
Lego had a
I mean,
good one. Did you see?
I did not see. No.
They removed all the
tried.
exclusivity stuff from their corporate mission statement.
Oh yeah.
April Fools.
Oh!
No, but they actually did that, but I don't think it was like I don't think it's.
Hey guys,
I don't think they're bringing
the
it
fuck
back.
is this?
What the hell?
I'm playing Koopa Troopa today because I thought you guys would all be on board with my idea when I picked my character. So I picked.
I
Koopa
didn't even get to
Troopa
the character
instead of
select
Daisy.
screen, if I'm being honest. It just knew I wanted to be Monty, and that was it. You know.
Who is this
Okay.
guy, man? Where's
I can
Daisy,
change
man? Where's
Daisy.
Daisy? Bring back the chicks.
No.
How am I
but-
supposed to
I'm
look at
putting
this?
on a damn balloon, man.
What am I supposed to do about looking at this?
Oh man. Favorite Howard Stern guest? I don't know. Can I get a list of all the Howard Stern guests who have rode the Sibian on the show? Okay, / Hillary Clinton did not ride the Sibian when she went on Howard Stern, okay? She was like, wah, 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 talking about politics or something. Not the reason I listen to the show. Hop on the Sibian or get the fuck off the air, lady. Whoever you are. Kathy Bates did not get on the Sibian. You're thinking of About Schmidt. That was a hot tub. It was a jacuzzi. George Takei? I don't know if they make a Sibian for men. It's one of the many reasons it's difficult to be a man in today's society. Octomom? Now that I do believe maybe I'm wrong about this. I wouldn't know, to be honest, but it passes the smell test for me that Octomom rode the Sibian on the Howard Stern show. I believe that. She was doing anything when she had her moment in the sun. The Sibian creator made a Sibian for men. It's called the Venus. It's like a car battery that sucks you off. The colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky. I see children playing. Say, how do you do? They're really saying, I love you. What does he say? In today's world, Octomom would have a cryptocurrency. Someone said Hassan is beefing with Hawk Tua, which is a real problem for me because that's like my two goats right there. Hawk Tua did something wrong, but the only people who lost out were stupider than her. She shouldn't have done that. But like, back off. Back off. Back off my goat.
Ryan will appreciate this. We drove downtown because we can get home from the concert in like 20 minutes.
Right? Yeah, understandable.
So there's like a parking lot down there that's fairly inexpensive. And as we're driving up to the parking lot, I'm like, oh, that's nice, to Alice. And she's like, what? I'm like, what do you mean what? I'm like, she's like, oh, you mean the guy raising his arms to the sky with his cock and balls hanging out? On the side? My eyes like targeted it like automatically. I don't know what the fuck I just did.
Zeroed in.
Like they like you know, it was like instantly highlighted like a video game. Like as I walked, it was
Like a yellow glow around
yeah, like
it.
I just saw that shit like instantly. She is maybe the most frustrating person to drive a car with as a driver. I'm
Oh
like,
shit, he's going off. You
I'll
can
always
say
be
it.
like-
I won't say anything. You say it, and I'll react.
Huh?
Huh?
I'm waiting for Corey to
Hello?
explain why his girlfriend is the most annoying person to drive with.
no, like because I'll be like, wow, that sign's amazing. She's like, huh? Where? And I'm like, well, we passed it. And I'm like, look on the right, on the side of the road, on the corner. It's that thing. She's like, where? We passed it. It's not misogynist. It's anybody in a car. If someone's like, look at that thing, and describes it where it
Yeah,
is
but
exactly,
you're
and then you're like,
saying, look at that thing.
yeah.
You ever
but
drive,
I'm like, I'll like point at it too sometimes. And she's like, where? I'm like, God damn it.
I hate how there's some people I can't drive with because they can't help but look at me while they're talking to me, even if they're driving.
Oh,
yes.
yeah.
And then I
yeah.
catch myself just not even engaging them because I'm like, look at the fucking road.
You know what gets me? Kate, don't listen. It's when you're like, you're driving and you're locked in, and then from the passenger seat you hear like, or like, oh my
yes.
god,
Yes.
and then you're
Yes.
like, what,
Yes.
what, and then it's like something on like Instagram or something like that.
Yeah.
I've
And I was
crashed
like, for a
out
second,
many
like you're like,
times.
I thought we were gonna die.
Shit, you might be the last person I drove with Apollo.
What the fuck?
I don't get in other people's cars.
Oh, damn. I'm a
take
good
them.
driver.
Yeah, you were a good driver. I'll say I am the most
tell you-
critical passenger on earth. You were a good
The
driver.
best way to become a good driver is to get your license and then get into a horrible accident 1 month into driving. And
Oh
then
my
you'll
God.
never be a bad driver again. It wasn't my fault.
That's
it wasn't
fair.
my fault. She was on her phone.
Yeah, the one bad accident.
She
I've been
was
in
on her
was,
phone.
She was on her damn phone, Ryan.
Damn. I had a teen fleeing
They're
the
gonna
scene
get
of
you for
another
that
accident
one.
they caused.
A
That was the
teen
only
fleeing the
accident.
scene.
A teen fleeing the scene. But yeah, it was a 16-year-old girl who hit a building and then freaked out and sped away and T-boned me.
Hit a building is so funny.
Yeah,
That's normally like a 65 plus sort of behavior.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
pretty
no, she took
impressive
out like
to
a
start
pillar
early.
and
Dude, I feel
Thankfully,
bad because she's very nice, but my cousin, when she got her driver's license, the next day she drove to school and like while parallel parking, hit the car that she was parking in front of, and then drove off and tried to parallel park somewhere else and hit another car.
oh no.
TV characters. Now this is a problem. That's Itchy, and that's Inspector Gadget, and I couldn't tell you. I couldn't tell you who anyone else there is. Books by the cover. The Incredible Journey. Iron Giant. Sorry, The Iron Giant. Never mind. Okay, The Incredible Journey. Should probably know that one. I thought you might be Isaac Asimov. It does say Isaac Asimov. iRobot? iRobot. One choice can destroy you. I have no idea what that is. I see Iggy Pop. I see ICP. I see Ice Cube. And then I have no idea what I'm looking at. There may be Imagine Dragons. They look like they're dressed like Imagine Dragons would be in my imagination. Celebrity surnames. You got Eric Idle, Izzard, Irons, Steve Irwin, British lady. A lady who's British. I don't know any of these other ones, I gotta be honest. Laura Innes. Invisible Man, Insurgent, If You Give a Mouse a Cookie, Izzy Stevens, Indigo Girls. I should have known the Indigo Girls. Isaac Mendez from Heroes. Yeah, I don't know about all that. You named 0 women? Eddie Izzard is non-binary. Kind of crungo, guys. You fucked that one up pretty bad. You're gonna make me drop the crungo on you? How did you know that? Because I'm fucking tuned in, bitch. I pay attention. I listen. Yeah, we were getting into it in the Discord, man. We were talking about men's bathrooms versus women's bathrooms. And then it turned to not public bathrooms, but bathrooms in private domiciles. I'll give you the same take that I gave to the Peloton Discord. If you took in my experience, if you took the average 20-year-old man's apartment, stacked it up versus a 20-year-old woman's apartment, the 20-year-old woman's apartment would be much cleaner, without a doubt. On average. Now, there's clean guys, but on average. That being said, the bathroom would look like, on average, an alchemist's laboratory. There's something about a bathroom in a woman's house is like 30 bottles of like pink, blue, and green liquids where like some of the liquid has seeped out of the spout and has dried like on the edge of the bottle. Like the sink is it's a damn like a potion. It's an apothecarium. I was saying it to the Discord, like if I have to use my buddy's shower, I know for a fact I go in there 20-in-1 body wash, all reliable. You walk into the shower, you're like, what soap do I use? The bottle of soap that's in there. When I have to use my sister-in-law's shower when we're staying at their place, it's like a damn mist puzzle. I'm like, what the fuck are we doing in here, man? There's like 17 different bottles. Is any one of these formulated for skin? Are they all hair? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. It does make your skin softer, for sure. Going into a men's room, seeing 10 people standing there pissing is jarring. You know what? By the way, men are probably on average more cooked than women. Nobody wants me to say it. I'm going to go ahead and say it. Number one thing that pisses me off in the men's bathroom, 1 in 4 stalls in a public bathroom is a full toilet bowl, whether it's piss or shit. That's number one. Number 2, they're not wiping the seat down when they leave. It's like 80% chance the seat has droplets of piss on it, if not puddles of piss on it. Number 3, the dudes who use a stall to piss but don't close the door. And that's the one where I feel like there's more meat to discuss because that's one where I want to sit down and talk to them. Like the first 2, like if you leave a full toilet in the bathroom and there's not a plumbing issue, or if you leave piss on the seat, you're just a scumbag. I'm not going to have you on a podcast and like talk to you. But if you go into the stall and piss, but don't close the door, that's where I want to have a talk. Because I'm like, why are you not closing it? You got to have a reason, because the base case is to close it. When I switched from men's to women's, I thought it'd be nicer, but there's just as much piss on the seat. That's what someone was saying in the Peloton Discord. They were like, women's bathrooms have piss on the seat too. And I'm like, I got a rough idea how things work down there, but I'm like, I feel like you got to work extra hard to piss on the seat when you're sitting down. I imagine maybe you're hovering, or maybe when you stand up, like a couple of droplets come out or something. But I mean, for men, you can sort of understand if you stand up and pee, like you've got a consistent flow, but at the start of the flow and the end of the flow, things get a little bit, like scattershot. Like you switch from full auto to burst and the recoil pattern changes. But at least wipe the seat down. No one's gonna be mad at you for pissing on the seat if you just as long as you're not pissing on it on purpose. As long as you wipe it down afterwards. See, Faint Bunny, now you're talking. Before I send a dick pic, should I put it in a hot dog bun? That's way better than 3 hours of asking me to listen to your joke about 12 angry men. I think you got there. By the end of the stream, I think you got there. I think that's a funny comment. And you know what? Just for that, I'm just gonna say it, man. Just for that, tell me your 12 angry men joke, please. Did you hear that they're making a all-women reboot of 12 Angry Men? It's called 12 Women. Okay, that's... Oh, the setup of everything that led to the joke makes it so much better, man. It's like I'm so glad I didn't say yes at like 9:30, because I would have been like, you can't say that. But after landing the hot dog bun joke and then sending it, that's huge. Holy cow. Holy cow, that's good. You had a good day today, Faint Bunny. And it came through at the end. It's like the movie Ready or Not. The whole time you're like, well, this is okay. And then like the third act, you're like, oh shit. You clutched up. Sergeant, it's a gorge. It's a gorge. It's a gulch. There we go. Sergeant Pepper. Waff. Ultra. Actor. Time. There we go. It's 4, 3, 2 down. When you fart from your pussy. Does anyone know this one? 2 down. Pussy fart. What is that? No. You don't know that one. You don't know that one. Okay, that's fine. We can't keep defending you. There's literally nothing misogynist about saying the word pussy. That one friend who's too woke. If anything, it's weirder when people say vagina when they're not doctors or talking about something like from an anatomical context. Like when you queef, your vagina didn't fart. Your pussy farted. That's psychotic to use the clinical name for it when it's farting. Like it's kind of psychotic to me that you get weirded out by the word pussy. Because whenever someone says female, everyone goes female, krungo. That's how I feel when you type vagina outside of like a medical context. Like similarly, it would be krungo if you went to the doctor and said, my pussy hurts. That's a situation for vagina, okay? But you got to read the room. You got to code switch sometimes. There's times where you should be saying vagina, and there's times when you should be saying pussy. Who else we got here? I don't know who Anastasia Sakalaris plays. Well, okay, sorry. I don't mean to be glib. I think you guys might be fembots. Clint Howard, the huge. I know this guy. He plays the Soviet guy. Austin. It's the 90s. The Cold War is over. Well, finally, those capitalist pigs will get what they deserve, eh, comrade? Austin. We won. What a movie, man. What a movie. Fembot, 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 fembot. Soup Nazi. Fembot, 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 fembot. Michael McDonald? Sorry, I'm going down memory lane. Stop! Christian Slater's in Austin Powers 1? I'm like way behind the times, man. Fembot. I know this guy. This guy's got to be Canadian. Can somebody really quickly look up Mike Haggerty and tell me if he's Canadian? He has the most Canadian face and name I think I've ever seen. American, born in Chicago. I got to visit, man. Maybe that's where my people are. What are you talking about? Don't Aquafina post in my chat. 3 or more word title with Saoirse Ronan. Let's say the Grand Budapest Hotel. Saoirse kind of the GOAT, man. I'm not just saying that because of the movie My Old Ass. It did not suck. Lady Bird is one of the best movies of the 21st century. Movie was not mid. It's a fantastic film. Chapel Rowan, if Chapel Rowan was, if she released Midwestern Princess or whatever the hell the album's called around the time that this came out, that would have been great brand synergy. It does not suck. Honestly, you're a misogynist. Two can play that game. You think I haven't learned some tricks from Gen Z? You didn't like Lady Bird? What's it like to not respect women? Wow, oh, a man not liking Lady Bird. Wow, that's real original. What's your favorite movie? Transformers 1? Look at my face. Do I look impressed? You're not a real empath. Memento, real original. When the movie doesn't have a vaguely science fiction premise and a twist, ooh, this is boring. White Boys when the movie ain't directed by Chris Nolan. I might watch it again. I might watch it twice just to say fuck you, man. I'm a woman and I didn't like it. That's okay. Women are so good at things, they can even be among the best misogynists. And I'm not going to tell you how to live your life. That's for you to decide, okay? But if any fellas are listening, you should learn to like Lady Bird. It's a transcendental film. I only eat the fries when I go to McDonald's. I save the burger to eat the next day. No, you don't, librarian. You don't do that. You're trolling to try to get a perfect clip to put in a video or something like that. 100%. Also, that's girlfriend posting. That's how girlfriends eat McDonald's. They just eat the fries and then they take 2 bites of the burger. They put the burger in the fridge. And then you say something like, nobody wants to eat this leftover McDonald's burger. And then wouldn't you know it, like a couple hours later, you find yourself opening up the paper and eating the burger. Even though it's not nearly as good after it's been in the fridge a little while. They know you, man. They know you. Not me. My girlfriend eats sushi. I didn't say it, chat. I didn't say it. I got a random TikTok of a woman staring at a sushi restaurant. The caption said the bald man was right. No shot. Is that real? It's finally my time. You guys ever see Decision to Leave? I saw it on Saturday. Has my room always been this echoey? In the Decision to Leave, when the woman asked the man why he didn't get sushi, I know you were pogging. I didn't even think about it. I didn't even think about it until now. Now, when my daughter wrote my wife a card for Mother's Day, and the card said, my mom likes to eat rice and seaweed with salmon on top of it, did I say nobody can tell me my lived experience but me? Yes, I did say that. I said that internally in my head. And I said, oh, that's cute. You're Elon Musk? Oh, they hate to see a streamer with 135 gold coins in his pocket, man. All of a sudden, they're calling me Elon Musk. And I think they mean it as an insult. No way, everyone loves that guy. Dude, he's going to Mars. He shot a car into outer space, bro. For a while, Reddit was serving me posts from r/Elon Musk. But it might lead you to believe that I would lose faith in humanity. But actually, seeing the kinds of posts that were showing up on r/Elon Musk were actually giving me... They were... I'm trying to think of the right way to phrase it so it doesn't get misconstrued before the punchline comes out. the kinds of people that were making posts on r/Elon Musk made me realize that like that subreddit 10 years ago was probably like people with PhDs in electrical engineering that were like, I think this guy's doing some interesting stuff, but now it appears to be exclusively like 16-year-old kids who are like, I think everyone that's mad at him is actually just jealous. I think they're actually just jealous of the fact that he has more money than they do. It is crazy that Octomom got glazed like crazy. They were glazing her like crazy for having 8 kids, but now Elon has like 21 kids and he's supposed to be like ashamed of it or whatever. Maybe people are right, man. Men have got it hard these days. What do you mean you can't say that? She had 8 kids with one dad. He has 21 kids with 17 women. Objectively, that's harder, man. We should, I gotta say, that's gotta be tough. My chest is not even sitting on the pedestal anymore, man. You know, Kate brought it up. She was like, we were outside like all day yesterday, and it was Mother's Day, and she was like, everyone that I'm seeing has flowers. She, independently, I swear to you, she brought it up. She said, everyone has flowers. And on Father's Day, I don't see anyone carrying anything. And I just went, huh. It's an interesting observation you made there. There's no need to wait. When someone starts pulling on the thread, I don't think you need to give them any impetus to pull further. They just stumbled on the first little puzzle in the escape room for themselves, and then you just let them roll it around in their brain a little bit. I just think it's very uninteresting to be like Batman's bad because he's rich.
Of course.
I have a more interesting take, which is that he's bad because he's a man.
That's your big gripe.
Sort these human organs by their median weight, starting with the heaviest. I'll be honest with you, I deadass have basically no idea. Your liver is really big. That's a given. I get the feeling your lungs are not that weighty. They're like balloons, right? I'm sure they don't have an infinitesimal weight, but they got some weight to them. I feel like your spleen, surprisingly big. Heart has got to have a certain heft to it. I think it's like maybe liver, brain. I think a liver's heavier than a brain. I'm gonna say it is. I'm gonna set it up like this. Liver, brain, blank, heart. Okay, I'm gonna say spleen and then kidneys are lighter than lungs. Oh my God, it's the lungs. That's wild, man. Ladies, I'm sorry. The proof's in the pudding. Female kidneys, 260 grams. Male kidneys, 267 grams. I'm sorry. It's science. It's science. We're literally better at pissing. We're scientifically better at pissing. Oh, the truth hurts. The truth hurts. Get mogged. Our hearts are bigger too, but that's actually like a bad thing. I don't think anyone was ever died and they were like, oh yeah, their heart was shrunken. Isn't it always like it's 10 times bigger than it's supposed to be? I think this might be problematic. When you think about it, it is fucked up that men die like 7 years earlier than women on average. Now, I'm not saying like do something about it because there's really nothing that can be done. Also, like if you tell Grok to fix the problem, ladies, hide, because Grok doesn't understand the nuance. It's gonna be one of those like monkey's paw situations. Okay? Can we at least any ladies in the chat? Can we get a little sympathy? You literally get like 8% more life than us. You get 8% more time, and time is like the most precious resource. I'm not asking you to apologize. I'm just asking, can you just type like that's hard or something like that? Have a little sympathy. And that shit was like baked in at birth. No sympathy at all? None, man, none. They said, fuck you for being born? That's crazy, man. That's rough, buddy. Okay, one person said it, but it's probably another guy, because we have to give sympathy to each other, man. Because we don't get it from the... because they don't want to hear about our problems, man. It's true. Well, it's not true. There's nuance to it, but it's largely true. Ladies, type it in chat. What? Only ladies only. Ladies, 1 in chat if you want to hear about a man's problems. 2 in chat if you're like, just let me talk. Just let me explain the dream I had last night to you. Shut up and put that listening in the bag. 2. That's why I love my wife. She can be honest, man. Yeah, I can. At least you're telling me the truth. I'll stop trying to get you to care, I guess. I just got here. Can you rewind the stream by 3 hours, please? Rant, Sam, damp. I think we'll put a dragon like right about here, and then we'll. I think honestly, we definitely want to play a cleave, and then we get the ephemeral cleave, and then. No, man, you got to go watch the YouTube video. They're not gonna be fucking with Monster Train 2. I can already tell. They're going to say the first Monster Train 2 VOD is going to get like 180,000 views. And then all the comments are going to be like, play more Star Vaders. And then I'm going to play more Star Vaders. And the Star Vaders video is going to get like 13,000 views. And I'm going to fucking crash out, man. I'm going to lose it. I'm going to fucking lose it. Oh no, only 180k views. So sad. Live in the real e-world for $1 plus. Chat, is this your champion? They're mad at the fact that they didn't get the joke, okay? God. What do you want me to say? That must be hard. 999 plus messages. Account created 6 years ago, so you're at least 7. You should know better. Following for 3 years. I got the joke. I'm just at work on my phone. Our hearsts are bigger because we have more love to give. Who jerked that chicken? All right, that one's pretty funny. Perfect time for a Krungo wall. Watching NL while I stroke my Johnson. This is why we need Krungo back. Poo Time has the worst name ever. I don't know what that is, but... Who don't you to fuck your stepsister? That's so, you're real for that, man. Who don't you to fuck your stepsister? Man, what the fuck are you talking about? Every message makes no fucking sense. It doesn't. What are you talking? What is your job? What kind of ice cream you have in your freezer right now? Sadly, none. I've been trying to go to the ice cream parlor, but my kid is kind of selling me out. Because I love to go to the ice cream parlor, and I used to use my child as an excuse to go to the ice cream parlor. But now, she isn't messing with ice cream that much, which I know sounds crazy. But I'm always like, I pick her up from school and I'm like, you want to get some ice cream? And she's like, not really, I just want to go home. And I'm like, damn. Now my excuse to get ice cream is gone, man. So I'm like, I could go to the ice cream parlor myself, but I don't know. I like to double it up with like some kind of errand if possible. And Kate, we got to talk about this. People are going to say this is misogyny, but that's just because they're not as knowledgeable about women as I am. We have to talk about a little gender dynamic dessert bias, okay? How come when we go out to eat and then like you want a bubble tea afterwards, it's on site, it's automatic. But if I want to make a stop at an ice cream parlor, it's like, oh, we got sweet stuff at home. You know what I'm talking about? Any fellas out there that are going to give me a +2 and not leave me moored on an island here by myself? It was 2 doors down. Yeah, we got a car. The bubble tea shop was right next to the Korean restaurant. I can't deny that, but... That's relevant information that I probably should have mentioned earlier. I think, and I don't expect anybody to join me on this one because it takes true bravery to speak truth to power. When wives want desserts, the consensus is, she's your wife, get her dessert. But when husbands want desserts, there's more pushback. And the pushback is like, you don't really need that. Oh, baby needs a sweet treat after eating a meal? Oh, really? Your ancestors used to be warriors. They used to engage in gladiatorial combat to the death. Now look at my husband. He's a grown-ass man that wants a sweet little treat or something like that. We lined up for 20 minutes to get you ice cream. That was on Saturday. I wanted ice cream yesterday, too. She got me on that one. She cooked me on that one. Also, that wasn't ice cream. That was like some kind of like, that was a cultured Greek gelato. It wasn't ice cream. It was Greek gelato. It's a different thing. Slightly. I don't know the difference really, but she's cooking me on that one. I can't really disagree. You want to hear a joke about women or Canada? Okay, Faint Bunny, let's start with the Canada joke. I'm ready. Things have chilled down a little bit. We're ready for some banter. Okay, that's a funny joke. Canada sucks because one half speaks French and the other half lets them. It's offensive, but the bluntness of the joke really actually adds a little bit to it. I'll give you that. I did not say let's hear the joke about women. You're entitled to post it if you want, but I'm also entitled to ban you if it's bad. That's a recycled joke from Reddit. That's fine. It made me laugh a little bit. And you know from my glazing, I support Quebec more than the average Anglophile. I guess I'm not an Anglophile, I'm an Anglophone. You've seen me play Scrandle. Have they posted the joke? I don't know, man. I've been waiting so long. No, maybe they're still typing it. All right, I'm gonna say it. I have to say I don't think this one is as good, Faint Bunny. Why did the two women cancel their sushi date? Because there was no man to pay the bill. I have to say that I get what you're going for with the joke. I don't even think it's that offensive. It just doesn't have there's no punch to it. It's giving bitter, yes, it's giving bitter energy, thank you. And not just because it's offensive, because it's not even really offensive. It's very like a milquetoast level of offense. I'm like more offended as a comedian than as a guy who respects women, is I guess what I'm trying to say.
I saw George Lopez do stand-up once, and it was horrible.
I'd rather see Jennifer Lopez bend over.
Oh,
you know what I'm talking about.
Hey,
Whoa! What's the problem?
Where did that come from?
Because he said he saw George Lopez stand up, and I said I'd rather see Jennifer Lopez bend over. What?
I got it. That's good.
He's man posting.
We're bringing it
shocking.
back. We're bringing back chauvinism. That sounds right to me. It is crazy to think of like what percentage of society has been psyoped by short skits to hate women. Like I genuinely think there's like a rising tide of actual misogyny, particularly like in the younger generations, and it's because of like a skit that is obviously fabricated, where like a lady does something that is not cool.
Yeah. No, like 1,000%.
It's actually
Correct
like
about
being
that.
like radicalized by Saturday Night Live.
In the past, I think people tried a little hard to like fake stuff. Like people, I'm not gonna say they tried a lot harder because there was some bad shit in Iceman.
I could really use these. Some of the sorry, 3 coins doesn't mean anything to you, but it means a lot to a fella like Justin.
Give me an even 60, which is really nice.
But
it's like nice.
Took me down. Now we're tied.
At some point, though, people realize that you don't actually have to put any effort into faking anything anymore. You can just fake it with like minimal effort, and like people just believe it, man.
Yeah, well, if you have like a 70 IQ, people go, that shit's real. If you have like a 90 IQ, they go, that's not real, but that happens all the time. When actually, it's never happened in the history of the human species.
I don't think I know what these shorts you're talking about are.
Or the ones that are
I've
like,
not seen 'em.
you know, like a dude's posted up against like a shitty car, and then he says, he's like on the boardwalk, and he goes like, hello, ma'am, I'm a nice guy, would you like to go on a date with me? And she's like, ew, you're broke. And then he like pulls out a Lamborghini wireless start and goes beep beep, and then she goes, wait, hold on a second.
No, bitch, you lost your turn.
You didn't know that I had a nice car.
Yeah. Okay, now I know what you're
If
talking
you
about.
wouldn't fuck me in my Civic, you can't handle me in my fucking Murcielago.
Yep. Nah, yeah. Between videos like that getting posted and then like the clips from movies, and people are like, "Real?"
Yeah, it's so. You won't believe
It's
what
insane.
happened next. That shit was written in fucking Palo Alto, bro.
Yeah, it's like I believe it. I've seen this movie. I believe what happens next.
Ladies, I got a bone to pick with you. Why you always want bubble tea? You never want ice cream, man. Any fellas want to hit me with a +2 for that? The recycled bit? Yeah, because it's based on like real life, man. My girlfriend wants both. All right, you got to rein that in. That's a lot of sugar. I'm a sugar respecter, but that's a little crazy. They're both overrated? Bro, ice cream is not overrated. What the hell are you talking about? Bubble tea? I can't say what I want to say or I'll be punished. Corey, you ever notice ladies love bubble tea more than ice cream?
No.
Come on.
But maybe because I spend time with one lady and she likes ice cream more than bubble tea.
She likes ice cream more than bubble tea? That's cap.
Yeah.
I'm saying bet.
She also likes pizza more than sushi.
That's not even sensible. I've literally met her. That's not true.
She's just an anomaly. It's true.
I bet if you texted her right now, you would be like, you say, hey, it's on me. Bubble tea and sushi or pizza and ice cream? And then tell me what she says.
She's taking pizza and ice cream like 100% of the time.
Damn.
Also would feel bad to say that to her and then have to be like, nah, I was kidding. I was just
Nah, we're having Donburi tonight. Sorry, I was trying to trick you for clout.
Dude, I've been craving some pizza.
Yes!
Garlic knots.
I've been craving Moorhead.
What
You ever hear that? Craven Moorhead?
I'm so stoked that he did not
That sounds like
say
a
Boba.
fictional character.
Yeah, no, it's my character.
He loves boba.
Whoa. Is his colleague jack me off?
It's literally
Yes.
not misogynistic to say that women love boba tea. I bet if you ran the demographic data at a representative boba tea shop, it would be like 72-28 if I had to guess.
He's just rehashing the sushi shit, man.
They love
the
boba
sushi
What
tea.
a
One
gay
to
people
one.
like, Ryan.
Why are you so obsessed with what women want, man?
I'm not allowed to make observations on my one trip on planet Earth before I'm fucking
Okay,
dead
where are
for
the other
eternity.
observations, though? Where are the men observations?
Lots of men fucking love pizza, bro. They love to go to the pizza parlor and chop it up.
That is
Okay,
so
you're-
true.
Okay, when he
You're
says that, then it's like not that misogynistic now that he like presents that
Well,
argument. Because
are
he just
people
said
really
that, I'm like,
chopping it
that's
up?
real shit.
Yeah, they try. Men,
pizza restaurant?
when it's a man's turn to pick a restaurant, you say some shit like, "What about the elevated sports bar? What about that
You know,
that
you're
bar with big
bullshitting 'cause You just heard me
TVs?"
say I've been craving pizza. You're
No,
just
Corey
grabbing at
will
shit,
tell you.
bro.
I was talking about it with him before we fucking.
He was.
Yes, thank you for that.
He was.
My girlfriend says she doesn't believe the sushi thing, but she do be drinking boba. Ladies love sushi and boba, man. Also, I was loving asking Corey about if women love boba tea more than men. And Corey said, I don't know. And then everyone in chat was like, you just think that because your wife is Asian. I'm like, bro, Corey's partner is fucking Chinese, dude. You don't know shit. You don't know the world like we know it, man. They don't know shit about that. My wife is Filipina and she loves boba more than me. Do you mean she loves boba more than you love boba? Or do you mean she loves boba more than she loves you? I'm worried about society that every time I say women love boba more than men, there are genuinely like a few 21-year-olds that are like, can he say that? Yes, bitch, you can fucking say that. Google. Demographic data for boba tea consumption. It's just data, man. Let's see, Pearl Lemon Boba. 94% of 20 to 29-year-olds have tried bubble tea. That's crazy, man. Other factors, let's see what we got here. Can I see, what are the demographics of bubble tea consumers? I'm on like a Taiwan business website, man. Market research has suggested a slight skew in terms of brand recognition and bubble tea towards females. What can I say? Market research has suggested a slight skew. Let me see how slight the skew is, bro. This is from an article called More Girls Aware of Bubble Tea Than Boys. That seems like an authoritative source to a fella like me. From youthinsight.com. Damn, you guys are getting blown the fuck out by facts and logic. There is a nearly widespread awareness of bubble tea among females, with 95% of young women telling Student Edge they're familiar with the drink. However, the same survey by Student Edge's full-service market research arm, Youth Insight, found that only 81% of males were similarly familiar with bubble tea. Oh, fuck. I bet you feel stupid as shit right now. Damn. The research, commissioned by Cha Time, sought out opinions on the product and brand from 322 young people. Are you fucking shitting me? You can run a marketing research company by surveying 322 people? I could survey like 8,000 motherfuckers in chat right now, man. I should start a market research Lincoln Build Summer. Chibli, I'm gonna add Chibli. I just found out you can sell market research if you get samples of like 500 people. Is marketing real? I know many of you work in marketing. I'm not trying to insult you. If anything, as someone who adds no value to society and gets paid for it, I understand it more than anybody possibly could. But like, you really get paid to write sentences like this? Yet there's opportunity for growth, with 3/4 of Cha Time customers saying they would be further enticed by more fresh fruit ingredients. You can really get paid to go around asking people like, hey, if they added more fresh fruit on the menu, would that entice you to go to the store more often? For real? That's it? That's crazy, man. That's crazy. Hey kids, if we made the drinks cheaper, would you be more interested in purchasing them? 1993 neologisms. I don't know what that means. I think it's a Wilco song. Feminism, sexism, sociological terminology, sociology of scientific knowledge, women in science and technology. I'm going to eat shit on this one. I have no idea what this is going to be. I don't even know how to come up with a plausible guess. It's a term related to feminism and women in science and technology. Sociology of scientific knowledge. This is, I have no idea. I'm sorry. The Matilda effect. All right, fair enough. They're always talking. I was going to say something about Rosalind Franklin. Yeah, there she is right there, man. I mean, people were pretty stupid. We're still, and honestly, no one hates men in the 1950s more than like a woke millennial male such as myself, because now we're eating shit. They were not punished at all for their fucking biases, and now we who are already woke are being punished for it, like after these motherfuckers have been dead for like 70 years. They said some shit. Rosalind Franklin couldn't know shit about DNA. A woman using a microscope? Nah, man, doubt. Me, in 2025, women have better vision than men. So honestly, microscopes should only be used by women.
Oh my god, you're very bloody.
Have we been to this church?
Yes, we have.
100%?
100%.
100%, she said. I'm just gonna check. Not because I don't trust you, but just because I don't trust myself.
Map. If it's glowy, then it's...
She's right. She's right, people. She's right. That was faster than checking the map, though, IMO.
Wasn't there something about, like, women don't like to use map, and the men loves map?
No, it's the opposite. The stereotype is men will never ask for directions.
Yeah, but
even when it's in their best interest. That's more of a recent phenomenon caused by Paradox Grand Strategy games, I think. 1955, Doris Hedberg and Maud Karlin of Sweden became the first woman to grace the cover of what magazine? Let's say, it sounds crazy. I have to believe that a woman was on the cover of Time magazine way before 1955. So what other famous magazines would you expect to see here? One for me, I don't know, man. Maybe Sports Illustrated? Is that... Meet me in outer space. You got to use context clues on that one, man. I'm so happy it wasn't Time magazine, because it would have played into your fucked up narrative. Should have seen what the Panthers are saying about Alberta, though. Well, but you can't, like, do that. Because, like, every fan base is kind of trash. At least, like, the fan base There'll always be, they'll spotlight like or screenshot something from like the opposing team subreddit, and they'll be like, look at what the dumbest person on this website thinks about this. This is representative of all sports fans who cheer for the team that has the cat on the shirt. Me on the Chibli subreddit talking mad shit about NL fans. Chibli, I think you and I have like great fan synergy. Even though we have a different kind of content, and my stereotype of your audience is that they're the people in my chat who are like, you can't say that women prefer boba tea because that's misogynist, even though there's nothing misogynist about it at all. It's just observing an industry trend that's undeniable. It's literally data. That being said, I think both of our fan bases just love to see us chop it up. I think that's what it's all about. It's like saying dudes drink more beers and then people throw tomatoes at you. I don't understand. I know, man. At this point, I'm praying it's bait because I'm worried about the people who are like, you can't say ladies like boba tea more than men like boba tea. I'm like, it's not. First off, it's a fact. Secondly, even if it wasn't a fact, which it is, it's not offensive. There's some gender-based trends in consumerism, man. Women buy more perfume, men buy more cologne, for sure. Oh, so you think gift giving doesn't exist? Sorry, I'm just putting words in your mouth. Who drinks more coffee? There's no doubt, men drink more coffee. I would also say, I would go a step further. At the risk of being offensive, I think women drink more tea. Or at least women self-report being tea drinkers more than men do. Women drink more espresso. I haven't observed enough data to take a position on that, to be honest with you. I'm not comfortable taking a position on that. My drive-thru at Starbucks is all women. Hate to break it to you. That's literally an anecdote. I don't respect that. And you're going to say yours is an anecdote too? Yours is an anecdote too? Yeah, but I've seen it with my own two eyes. I haven't seen yours. You could just be lying. You could be lying to support your position. I know that I'm telling the truth. We need more third spaces. So I'm trying to get people back after the boba tea bit, even though... You really think that women are drinking more coffee than men? I don't know. I just... Great shot. Great shot. I got my own biases, don't get me wrong. I'm from a different era. Where like men are from Mars and women are from Venus. Damn, I'm kind of getting steamrolled, bro! Men traded in coffee for Zins. We can all agree on that, right? Men are consuming more Zins. I also think, and you might hate me for this one, but I'm speaking my truth in a hostile world. Men eat more donuts, women eat more scones. Tell me I'm wrong. Women eat more Ruffles, men eat more Lays. First off, you're a misogynist for even suggesting there's differences in snacking trends between men and women. If I have to suffer under the yoke of that, you have to suffer under the yoke of that as well. Good game, by the way. Good game, bad game. I don't know. I'd have to think about that. I don't know. In chips, women smoke more weed. No shot, bro. Snoop Lion is a man. Men eat more Taco Bell. Women eat more KFC. I don't know. I've seen Kinoshita Yuka, man. Oh, hey, we got something on gender politics here. Let me see. I would say women drink more espresso because of coffee shops and Starbucks, but men drink more coffee because of construction workers drinking 2 XL double-doubles from Tim Hortons and Midwesterners consuming Folgers Special Blend by the spoonful. I could plus 2 that. Construction workers are on Monster now. I believe that. Energy drinks are very construction worker coded. Please banter about macaroons. You talking about macaroons, the coconut flavored cookie, or macarons, the French cookie that kind of looks like a... I don't really want to talk about it. Macarons are good, man. I'll hit you with one right off the bat. I'm not afraid to be controversial. Women consumers represent 77% of the macaron industry, in my opinion. I do not have Tony Soprano's worldview. That's deeply offensive to me. He's right about a couple of things. A Don does not wear shorts, okay? What does it say about a person if they eat them regularly? I think it says that they love delicious treats and recognize that the fruits of this world were placed here for us to sample. It means they're rich. Why are you pocket watching, bro? We're talking about cookies. Dude, I would be pogging up in the Garden of Eden. Are you kidding me? What a spare. Literally, it's paradise. All you have to do is not eat the apple. I'll go ahead and say, I'm not afraid to get offensive. Women ate 100% of the apples in the Garden of Eden. Adam was just minding his own business, trying to, not attract too much attention. You'd banter with the snake? I'd chop it up with the snake. Nothing serpentine is alien to me. But if the snake was like, eat the apple, I'd be like, chill, bro. Like, we can still talk, but I just want to let you know, you're wasting your breath. I'm not going to eat the apple. God told me not to eat the apple. I'm not going to eat the apple. I'm not mad at you for bringing it up because I know you're like the devil. That's what you do. But I'm not eating the apple. So what if Kate asked? I'd peel it and slice it in half. The gentleman's way to consume an apple. Well, if it's an open frame, we win. If it's a closed frame, we probably lose. That's bad. You would not peel it? My wife asked me to peel the apple, I peel the apple, bro. If I'm eating it for myself, I'm just chowing down. But if she asked me to peel it, I'm peeling it. Damn, you're kind of the GOAT, man. Good game, ECAP. Good game. Your head shine is hard to ignore once you notice it. Never comment on another person's appearance Andes when the streamer is bald. Just so you know, if you really go through with this and you call me a misogynist because I rightfully say that women drink more boba tea than men do, I'm taking away your pass to say bald. And a lot of you motherfuckers have receding gamer hairlines. You don't get to say bald. You don't get to be like, I'm not bald, but then when you want to say the word, oh, actually, I'm balding, so I can say it. No, I'm taking it away. Bald isn't a protected class. Yeah, enjoy it while it lasts. As soon as we get a male president, like, that shit's likely to change. He's talking about sports. Is he retaliating for something? Sports ball! I hate sports ball! I hate sports ball! I hate this! I hate this thing! Why are you watching this thing? Bunch of overgrown man children manhandling each other. Sports ball! I hate it! Read my shirt! I hate sports ball! Oh, is there a big game this weekend? Is there a big game this weekend? Oh, let me guess. A lot of people got hurt playing it. A lot of people got hurt. You talking like that type of stuff? Sorry, I'm just a woman? That's literally misogynistic. You're being a misogynist by saying women can't like sports, even if you are a woman. They're going to say it's not possible. It's possible. I'm a man. I'm often misandrist. All you have to do is turn on a podcast, and I'm like, damn, fuck my entire gender. Nobody cares, bro. Nobody cares about your morning routine, bitch. Make a joke. And then I meditate. We wake up, I like to face the sun. I like to meditate. It gets me it really puts me in a good headspace for my email job. Man, shut up and crack a joke, bitch. Shut up and tell me what today's can't lose parlay is, buddy. I need a max win. You fucker. Those are the only movies he makes now? Yeah, it's true. He's doing a comedy soon. He was Les Grossman, too. They should not make the Les Grossman movie. I'm just saying, don't say men are shit just because you don't like Tom Cruise. I'm not a Scientologist. What's my fucking problem? What's your problem with me? Men are shit, though? We're mostly chill. Most of the men that you think are shit were like, it's Mad Men era, dude. It's like our grandfathers. We didn't have shit to do with that. Give us a clean slate at least. At least give us a bubble shield or something. Mostly is insane? What are you talking about? You don't, okay, you really? Name all men then. Gen Z dudes are fucked up? I don't know about all that. I haven't seen 23 Jump Street yet. What about Andrew Tate? He's Mad Men era, dude. The dude's like my age. Got to give the younger generation a little bit more of a clean slate than that, man. Man, I'm here for you. Unless you're like a monster, in which case go watch somebody else. Go watch Mouth. I'm not down with that shit. Neither is Mouth, but I'm going to pawn you off on somebody and laugh about it, okay? But if you're like a good person or you try to be a good person, stick around. I'll defend your honor a little bit. Back off my gender cohort. This looks good as fuck, man. I don't know where the hell it's from. I'm trying to judge based on furniture. Western Sahara? Holy cow. That looks good. Why haven't we considered like 6%? 4% of people are insane, so 2% of sane people are fucking pissing me off. Who the fuck is saying no to a twice fried donut? Come on. The 4% of insane people, it's not your fault. It's like a I don't know, it might be genetic, it might be like environmental. I can't, you know, you're suffering. I'm not gonna punch down on that, but the 2% of like sane individuals saying they won't eat that are crazy. I'm diabetic. They didn't ask you, would it kill you? They asked you, does it look yum or yuck? It looks yum, okay? Let's be honest. Looks yuck to me. Okay, we're having an ab off. I'm sorry. If you're gonna go out, this food looks like the platonic ideal food. It's twice fried carbohydrates with sugar. So if you're gonna virtue signal that you're not eating that shit, we're ab offing. We're doing an ab off. You can beat me. I'm not unbeatable in the ab department. I promise you that. I'm very beatable, especially because you're probably like 10 years younger than me. But you gotta prove it, okay? Otherwise, you're virtue signaling. You first, I'll get banned, literally. I can't go tarps off. I also can't ask you for a picture of your shirt off, because I think that'll get me banned too. I can't do anything. They've tied my hands. Girls show midriff all the time, though? Yeah, I know. We got a fucked up double standard on this site. It's hard to be a man. Low-key, it did kind of fuck me up yesterday when you guys told me most men are evil, though. I've been kicking that around in my head. Because then, like, people were like, most men are evil. And I said, I know a lot of men, and like, 5% of them are evil. 95% of them are just living their lives. Then they said, did you see the percentage of Gen Z men that voted Republican in the last election? And then in my head, I had to reconcile that. I was like, they are a little evil. I wanted to say something like, just voting one way doesn't necessarily mean you're evil. But then I thought about it a little longer and I said, is that really what I believe? And I don't know. I'm still kind of reconciling with it. Oh, yeah. You can vote Democrat and be evil for sure, man. You could not vote and be evil. But like, you know, you have a little, it's just my opinion, but you have a little bit of a head start in one direction. At first I took offense, but then I'm like, maybe, I don't know, maybe if you got like a fairly low barrier for calling someone evil, which might be fair, like I guess I get where you're coming from. I no longer take offense to it at the very least. Nah, I don't want to be the left Joe Rogan, because doing all that comedy seems like really hard. I'd rather just open like a telecom company. Just went on a date, the girl told me her favorite drink was boba tea. Listen, they're gonna hate you for that one. That doesn't prove my point, but I think that whenever someone, because here's the thing, I keep saying that women like boba tea more than men like boba tea, and then people get offended by the truth and they start saying some shit that it begs the question. They start going, oh, you've never seen a man drinking boba tea? I have seen men drink boba tea. I would say for every man that I see drinking boba, I see like 8 women drinking boba. Now, I don't think it's like an 86-14 gender breakdown, okay? But I do think it's probably like a 70-30 gender breakdown. It's not misogynist to say that women like boba more than men like boba in aggregate. I would actually, I'm very close to going down to cha time and asking to talk to the manager and then asking them this question on camera, just to prove it. Because you're saying stuff like you're on your like anti-woke arc. I'm not on my anti-woke arc. I'm on my marketing demographic arc, and you're pushing me right, and I'm resisting. I'm resisting by saying, no, you don't understand. I voted NDP. I'm pushing you back, and you're going, no, you're a misogynist. No, I'm not. I'm just looking at market data. Why do you think that women like boba more than men? Well, I think it because of my observations. However, if you're asking me why I think women enjoy it more than men, I can't answer that because the answer might be misogynist. But it has nothing to do with the straw. Don't be glib. That's a funny reason, though. Why don't men drink boba? Well, first off, I think that's misandrist. What, you've never seen a man drinking boba? Sorry, I just felt good to say it for once. I think that, at least in the West, when men are indulging in a treat, they're much more likely to engage in something in the steaks, cigars, and scotch category. Things that are, like, actually poisonous for you, instead of the, like, sweet drink category. That's my broad take on that. Do Western men think it's effeminate to drink a sweet drink? I don't even want to answer it because I don't think this chat's ready for the nuance involved. But yes, I think that in the West, drinking a sweet beverage is woman coded. And I don't think it should be like that. But I do think that that's where the culture is right now, for sure. Diet soda is also woman coded, but for some reason Coke Zero is gender neutral. It doesn't make any sense to me, but a lot of this stuff it's like cultural debt that builds up through behaviors over time that were not examined. They were merely perpetuated. I'm the only motherfucker thinking logically and breaking down these barriers, man. Clovers. I will say though, I don't really enjoy boba. I don't mind it. I mean, it's nectar, so like it's fine. But like I do, you know, like when I'll take my wife to the boba shop, but I would much rather eat ice cream. And that's not a gender thing. It's just I think ice cream tastes better. Also, sometimes I get intimidated at the boba restaurant. Like there should be like a buyer's guide. Is 100% sugar like the amount that it should have? Is that like what the boba tea shop thinks is normal? Or is like 50% sugar normal? And if you go up to 100, you're getting like double sugar. Like how is it amortized? Like what's the denominator, I guess is what I'm trying to say. 100% sugar it's psychotic? Well, that's why it's crazy to me, right? Because how could the normal be psychotic? But that's why, you know, these are the things that I waste my time thinking about when I'm waiting for my wife's boba tea to come out. I work at a school. We did a boba tea stand for finals. I was taking a mental census. Okay, well, don't be shy. By the way, I'm no longer letting you gaslight me into thinking that believing that women drink more boba than men is somehow misogynist. I'm now turning the tables on you, you anti-science motherfuckers. What's your hypothesis? Is your hypothesis that men drink more boba than women? Because that's nonsensical. You have exactly the same burden of proof, except you're going second, so I think your burden is higher. What's the other hypothesis? Exactly the same amount of women and men are drinking boba? That's madness. That's like flipping a coin and having it land on its rim. That's absurd. That's even stupider than any of the shit I said last week. Exactly the same amount. It's not misogynist to believe the facts. It's misogynist to keep bringing it up for no reason as if it's relevant. Magressa, that's not misogynist. It's not misogynist to say that more women drink boba than men. What you wrote is, it's misogynist because you say it's misogynist. I refuse to be gaslit by that. There's data to back it up. I tried to help you, buddy. No, you didn't. You called me a misogynist. It's misogynist because you keep defending it? No, it's not. That's not what misogyny is. That's not what misogyny is. Misogyny is hate for women. Saying that women like boba more than men is in no way misogyny. I'm trying to bring you back to normalcy, okay? And I'm taking a lot of heat. I'm wearing the fucking aluminum suit that they wear when they light people on fire for movies. You're trying to cook me, but I'm immune to the heat because I know in my heart it doesn't make sense. It's not misandrist to say that men eat more pizza. My girlfriend says it's misogyny. Your girlfriend doesn't exist. You making up a girlfriend to validate your opinion, but from a more authoritative source that is hypothetical, is actually 10 times more misogynist than saying that women like boba more than men. You inventing a woman to be your mouthpiece is at least 10 times more. That's genuine misogyny. It's so much worse. Also, can I say, anytime there's a joke in here, typing -2 female viewers, -2% female viewership, also unironically more misogynistic than anything I've said about women in sushi or boba tea. Look at that. Did you see my apology form? No, man. Yesterday was Father's Day. What do you mean did I see your apology for what? Boo boo juju. Let me see. Yo, you only wrote one message. Oh, wait, no. Wait, here we go. Mostly girls, but there was one guy who got like 10 cups of boba tea just for himself. That guy's name, he's deceased. He's died of hyperglycemia. A lot of guys were saying it was their first time trying it. It was more girls, but a lot of guys were saying it was their first time trying boba. 10 cups of boba at 70% sugar, though? Dude, that's less than the normal sugar. My buddy orders minimum 3 drinks every time we get boba. You actually have to stop that. Like, you have to stop him from doing that. He's well hydrated, let's put it that way. But I'm pretty sure that might be like 1,500 calories of boba. It's nice to have a little treat, but like 1,500 calories of boba is too much, man. Men order more boba? That's not what you said, but I'm PG-13ing it. Says the Coke Zero guy. Excuse me. I'm on Canada Dry 0 sugar ginger ale. until the 12 pack is gone, at least, because I don't know. I'm old school. When I get sick, I like to drink ginger ale. Do you drink it on planes? No. Something about it, like I know a lot of people like ginger ale on planes, but it's like more bubbly than other sodas, and the atmospheric pressure causes it to get like even more, like more of the liquid becomes gaseous. It's like if they pour 150 milliliters of ginger ale into your cup, at least 40 milliliters are becoming air. I don't know how to explain it, but it's true, man. It's true. Go help Kate. Go help Kate. Help Kate. Help Kate. Damn, summer vacation's beating our fucking ass over here. What's going on? I'm in a Mario Party game. What does she need help with? I can go flip this. At least it's for a good cause. I can go flip this mahjong table over as soon as this next mini game is done.
She got a mahjong table?
Brother, you don't know the half of it.
Is it one of the automatic shufflers?
Yes, it is, man. Yes,
oh my God,
is.
those are like 10,000 pounds.
It's heavy. It's heavy as fuck. That's why she's calling me to go over and flip it.
Ryan, every single mahjong piece hand carved ivory from elephant tusks.
Your ass better start playing mahjong, man.
No, man, I'm not interested.
Why do you hate mahjong so much?
I don't hate it. I just don't want to play
mahjong with fucking Kate. I want to play on one of those.
Oh my gosh, she's knocking on the wall.
so bad.
She's knocking on the wall. I'm gonna fucking freak out, man. I'm gonna fucking lose it.
Ryan! Can you help me get the table flipped?
She's in the wall.
I'm knocking back. I'll be there in 2 minutes. I'll be there in 2 minutes.
His ass doesn't. He can't risk missing this mini game.
I gotta buy some shit, man. I gotta make this shit equal. I wish I was into like fucking ATVs or something. Something stereotypically masculine. Something that men waste money on. Jet skis or something like that.
Did I tell you I bought camo pants?
That's so
it looks
sick.
so good on me. It's crazy. It's crazy. It was like I put them on and like a light shined across my body and it was like, yeah, these belong here, bud. I'm like, no.
Oh, I just watched again 10
so
Cloverfield Lane. Ryan build self-sufficient like bunker.
I should do that. It went well, if I remember. I had to leave the movie about halfway through. I think it went pretty well.
Just don't have like tubs of acid.
Honestly, can we just focus on the real lesson of the movie? Shit probably would have been copacetic if they didn't let any chicks in. It seemed like the two dudes were just hanging out.
I don't know what movie you're talking about. That sounded problematic.
10 Cloverfield Lane, man. John Goodman and that other guy, they were just hanging out. They were having a good time, like avoiding aliens or whatever.
I don't think I saw that.
It's a good movie, but
It's
also
good,
like
it's good.
don't they get there at like the same time?
No, I think he was like...
It's slightly offset.
Oh, thanks.
Well, that's
thanks, I
fucked
really
up.
appreciate that.
Hey, you fucked me.
What are you talking? You jumped on my head when I was jumping over the spike.
I was jumping over the spike.
You jumped on my head.
I was jumping over the
All right,
spike.
well, you know what? No, let me go flip this shit over. I'll be right back.
It's all set up.
Okay.
It's just how do you want to flip it? Should I just go like and then you can go like or should we go like
You can't like shoulder the weight at all, right? It's too heavy.
I don't know. Maybe not. I don't know. But I know it's too heavy just for me. How about we go like to the corner, and then we can think about it.
I mean, it's not 1,000 pounds. It should only take like 2 seconds.
Okay.
Why don't
Let's just flip to my left like this.
Okay.
Okay. Wait. Hold on. And then what? And then let's bring it in. Bring it in. And then off we go. And like this. And up we go. 3, 2, 1, go. That's okay. That's fine. You okay? Your feet okay?
Yeah. Here you go.
Hey, let's go. Thank you.
You're welcome. You know, people accuse me of being a snob. Would a snob say that I think that Sabrina Carpenter's new song "Manchild" is actually like pretty catchy? Something about it. I think it's the production. It's that light and breezy production. You're trying to beat the allegations. No, I think it's just like I think it's just a catchy song. Now it is interesting that if like Benson Boone wrote, if they flipped the genders, that song probably would not be as popular. I think that's kind of interesting. I don't know if we're ready to discuss it here, but I think that's an interesting thing. If Benson Boone or Jacob Elordi wrote a song about a lady who isn't very good at being an adult, I think we'd be having a different conversation. That being said, I'm not gonna hold it against her. The song's good, man. The song's catchy. Faint Bunny says, thoughts on the James Bond rumors, NL? Faint Bunny, I'm not talking to you after the shit that you were pulling in chat yesterday, just so you know. What did they say? They made like I don't know, maybe like 200 bald jokes yesterday? Over and over and over again, man. Probably assuming, stupidly, that I didn't see them. Of course I saw them, man. I was playing deck builders, so I had nothing else to look at. Why is Faint Bunny not banned, but people get banned for minor backseating? Because Faint Bunny is occasionally funny, and backseaters are always annoying. Also, they don't get banned for minor backseating. They get banned for like condescending ass, like green tech style backseating. Someone being like, what I would do is like fake out with a rainbow flick just to get a little space and then pass to the option. Like, that's good, but they're always like, says he wants to do this, accidentally does another thing, I can't. And the worst part is, I know when they're typing it, they're not even laughing. They're putting an emoji of mirth, but actually they're typing it like this. The only time they feel real emotion is when they get banned, and then I get these treacly-ass, mealy-mouthed unban requests that are like the fucking trauma dump of their life story for why they were being kind of a dickhead. It wasn't even that serious, but like they're being... All of a sudden, it's... the only time they show any shred of humanity is after they're penalized, is what I'm trying to say. Well, you get unbanned most of the time regardless. Sometimes you get unbanned, and then I put bet in the clemency report, but still, this is huge. I got banned in Dan's chat for defending women from misogyny. Okay, so that might be what happened, but I would like for you to explain the exact situation instead of your version of events. And like, there's a world in which I could see your exact description being what happened. Damn, bells too? Let's send it, man. Let me see. I just want to tell me what happened in like one word. Well, now one word is insane, but like, like in a couple of sentences. Dan live audited my follows on Twitch, and I was following ASMR streamers. I knew he was gonna get in trouble, man. Was that like 2 days ago? I guess he didn't get in trouble because he banned you before you could kick up a stink. That's not fair. Honestly, I'm not saying you should be unbanned, because like, that's not my place, but I can understand your position, let's put it that way. Even as someone who does not watch ASMR myself. So let me just respond to that right off the bat. People were more mad that he followed Hassan. It is, I gotta lay off Dan. Dan's one of my best friends. I love Dan. We went on a Disney cruise together, not but like 3 months ago. Nice man, great father, great husband, great streamer. Chat tries, it has the veil of being apolitical, but as soon as someone in his chat finds out you follow Hassan, all of a sudden, exclamation point, current events ends up in the back pocket. Have you noticed that? All of a sudden, it's like, this chat is, we don't talk about current events here. We don't, whoa! ASMR and Hassan viewer, get him out of here. I can't believe, though, that there are people in here who think, and it's not everybody, it's probably like 2%, but there are people in here who think it's misogynistic to say women drink more bubble tea than men, but don't think it's misogynistic to type the word waifu about a female character in a video game. That seems crazy. And I get the idea that it's like real women versus fictional women, but calling any female character a waifu is like way more misogynistic to me than noticing trends in the Asian tea-inspired beverage industry that are actually borne out in the fucking data. Why is it misogynistic? Because they don't know you, bro. They don't know you, and if they knew you, they probably wouldn't be fucking with you. Referring to a fictional character as if they're your spouse is fucking weird, dude. And it was weird like 15 years ago, but people only said it like in circles where other people were weird. But now they're saying it in normie speak, and everyone's too fucking shy these days to be like, you should get nut tapped a little bit. We should tap your nuts a little bit and say, what the fuck are you talking about? Instead, it's like, well, we got bigger problems. No, man, we gotta restore the natural equilibrium. The anime stuff is okay, but we need to force it just slightly underground again, just slightly, because we got people driving around now in Cybertrucks that are like wrapped in Genshin Impact vinyls and stuff like that. We can't be doing that. We have to. And then the worst part, you're gonna say this is bullying, yeah, but now like it's bullying you, which is better for me, because now whenever I criticize anime, I get cry bullied. Oh, let people enjoy things. Never have a critical thought about anything ever. Just consume. Oh, I had my pants pulled down in high school and now it's happening to me again. Yeah, because you're saying weird stuff. Also, I'm not pulling your pants down. I'm just criticizing the way that you're interfacing with the product. That shouldn't cut you to the core. That's not who you are as a human. That's not what you were put here for. Nobody's hating on Ghost in the Shell. Nobody's hating on Akira. A little bit we're hating on the... Because it's all... Whatever. I'm hating on the cute bait a little bit. I also love the argument whenever you insult anime broadly, which is probably short-sighted, but people come out of the woodwork. Oh, you don't think there's a bad American shows? Tens of millions of people are watching The Big Bang Theory every week. Okay, but no one's coming into my chat going, oh my God, Sheldon Cooper, my husbando! Like they're just fucking keeping it quiet or talking about it at like Sunday dinner or whatever. They're not annoying about it. They're just like passively consuming it and then doing the dishes or some shit like that. They don't make it their whole personality. Not too many people coming into my Discord with Sheldon Cooper avatars being like, yo, that shit you said about the Big Bang Theory really rankled me. They're just going on with their life, man. Don't see too many Sheldon Cooper, like Bentley Bentayaga raps out there. I'm saying you just gotta chill a little bit, man. You just gotta chill.
I was muted and talking about sushi. I'm sorry.
Do all of your friends love it? Because they're all women?
That's true, man.
Oh my God.
Oh, table Justin at the sushi restaurant. Table for 9, please.
I don't think I know anyone who dislikes sushi.
Yeah, I just
In, like,
still
my
don't understand this bit at all.
life.
No, the bit, okay. The bit is not that men don't like it. The bit
No, I know.
is that...
It is, though.
No, the bit is that women, on average, the median woman likes sushi more than the median man.
How many median women have you talked to?
Yeah, how many women
Long
do you
Island?
know?
Long Island?
Whoa, what?
Long Island
What?
median?
Oh, the Long Island medium?
Yeah.
Okay, I get it.
Answer the question, though. How many
She
women
probably
have you
doesn't
Okay,
like
that's where I'm
sushi as
from.
much as I do.
He
though.
really doesn't want to answer this question.
I don't know. I know like 200 women. I don't
Your
know.
mom, your wife, and your daughter don't count.
Why would they not count?
Don't.
The Long Island medium was someone's aunt or some shit. Like I had a friend who was definitely related to them.
We're all related to her, man. She's tapped into the
Oh my
fucking
God.
filament, right?
That's so true. You remember Crossing Over?
Yeah, John Edwards.
Was it John Edwards? Yeah.
Now that guy loves Coldplay. If you hate the Coldplay CEO, you should look up what John Edwards did, man. Not the Crossing Over guy, although he's also going to hell 100%.
John Edward does sound like an old serial killer.
I'm
from
talking
the
about
70s.
John Kerry's running mate.
running mate.
Yeah.
Like person who just joined the chat and their only reference for this is like 40-year-old version. Like, damn, Ryan's problematic.
Wait, for what? The sushi part?
No, the Coldplay stuff.
Coldplay.
Isn't that one where
yes,
it's
he
like,
says, I know, you know why
how
you
I
know you're
I-
gay.
Yeah, you know I know you're gay. Yeah.
Which is crazy because I think that we've gone so far through the looking glass that Coldplay might be the straightest music. At
I know,
least
you're
in
right.
the top 10%. Chris Martin has no emotion. That music, I'm sorry, Coldplay, heterosexual. They could skewer me for saying it, but I'm going to say it.
The straights are gonna have you for this one.
The straights are going to be very upset with me. I listen to it because it's soulful, not because I'm straight. Oh,
will
so
say,
it's
though-
you got to be straight to like good music now? No, man.
Parachutes is like a pretty good record. Rush of Blood had an okay song or two. It had a time and a place.
Straight, me pointing at the screen. Straight
Spotted. Donald Sutherland, Invasion of the Body Snatchers. When you think your homie's bi, but then he starts talking about how much he loves the first Coldplay record.
One of these days he'll get a compressor so we can hear the bit.
No, he's just got to turn off the Discord noise cancel.
I'm not taking
know if I
audio
want him
advice
to.
from this guy.
Hey.
Yeah,
Plus, you're
Justin.
straight. Dump 'em. Can I tell you something? And this is just for the Clippers, okay? This dude stuck his face out the first time he played Sol Sesto, and someone said, "Is that Germa?" And now every time I see him sticking his head out, for no other reason than the fact that a chatter said, "Is that Germa?" I have to stop myself from going, Germa. Doesn't look like Germa. I don't think it's related to a Germa bit at all. But because you've cursed me, and this is annoying because I don't know, he's probably like doing other stuff, but sometimes I'll be lurking in streams and they'll talk about me in the stream. And I'm like, I don't want to be perceived. So on the off chance that he sees this, I apologize because I know how annoying it is to be just enjoying passive entertainment and then all of a sudden you're like locked in because they're talking about you. But it's got to be done. But then sometimes it goes the other way and it's awesome because like I was watching Big Howl stream Fleets like 2 weeks ago and there was like an AI generated picture and the picture said NL on it. And then someone in chat, I was watching the VOD, someone in the chat said, "Everyone's talking about northernlion. Is he okay?" And I was like, and then the messages that came after that were like, "Yeah, he's harmless." And I was like, yes! Pass the vibe check! He's harmless is like the best compliment a streamer can get when they were fishing for something. They were fishing for like, you know, he has some uncomfortable misogynist opinions about women's dining habits or something like that. But no, I passed the vibe check. I was stoked, man. I'm not harmless. I could cause a lot of harm if I wanted to, but presenting as harmless is advantageous for sure. Cluster pass. You named 100 women with no porn stars? Yeah, I know, but that's like really funny that people... First off, it's a perfectly acceptable job. It's a perfectly dignified job. But the fact that so many other people had like 20 adult film actresses in the list is really, and like no scientists or politicians or like anything, man. It's just singers and adult actresses all the way down. I know, I hear you. We're looking at this and going, what? One of the things that lives rent-free in my head is when I said, does anyone care that at birth men have like an 8-year deficit in their lifespan compared to women? And then literally everybody in chat is like, no, we don't care at all. And I was like, that made me a little sad, man. That like, at birth we're expected to get like at least 10% less life, man. You gotta give us a little credit. Give us something for that. I mean, at least be like, that sucks. Life's not great at that age. Okay, want to trade? Once I hit 78, I'll take a little bit of I'll take your stem cells or whatever. I'll drink the blood. Louis C.K. bit. Oh man, longevity obsessed Louis C.K. I'll do it. I'll drink the blood. You do not want my stem cells? I thought the thing is like that it doesn't matter who's donating the stem cells because they're stems, man. They're like wild cards, right? Aren't they like rainbow jokers in Balatro? Like they could be anything. We traded it for not bleeding out of our genitals once a month. Okay, that's actually true. Period does suck pretty bad. Apparently it's not just the blood either. Like it makes your farts like extra bad or whatever. Your shits are like different colors. I feel you on that one. As someone who's gone through that stuff gastrointestinally, having that happen like 2-3 days once a month, no shot, man. Menopause sucks too. It would be so funny to say, make up your mind, but I can't. I 100% believe that you're telling the truth, but it would be so funny to reply like that. Oh shit, that would be so good, man. 2 to 3 days? That's cute. Try 6 to 8. Sorry, I guess. So I'm beefing. I'm starting a genuine beef. I apologize. I was gonna say sorry. My wife's just stronger than you, I guess. But But I'm making a lot of enemies just trying to make people laugh. I got into this industry to make people laugh, okay? I got into this industry to bring joy to the world, and now all of a sudden everyone's getting the pitchforks out. I was literally saying I sympathize. But you gotta know, there's probably a lot of ladies out there who they're like, I don't really want to be old, but like, that like 78 to 90 corridor. Probably like, at least I don't have to deal with this guy anymore. At least I don't have to deal with the love of my life anymore. Leaving his cups out on the counter or something. Nah, maybe not. Maybe it's more nuanced than that. One thing, they should give us like, men should pay less taxes because we have less time on Earth. Or maybe we should pay more taxes because we have less time on Earth to pay taxes. I'm waiting for the response from the chat to see what they which one do you think's good? Which one do you think's good? Pay what you feel? That's what it's all about, man. We should move to like a pay what you can system for everything. Not like that. Okay. The hell is this? Special challenge level? There's not enough food. There's plenty to go around. We're supposed to share. Oh, here we go. Chat, my wife and I had it wasn't even an argument. We agreed on this, but I think a lot of you will disagree, and I want to argue with you. How much bacon is a side of bacon? Okay, literally we're all on the same page. Everybody's saying somewhere between 2 and 4, or literally 2 to 4, which is exactly what I would say. I would say 2 to 4. If I got 2, I might be a little like, come on. £4.20 for 2 strips of bacon? Are you daft? But 1 would be crazy. 2 would at least be like, I get it. Because, I mean, this is a different environment. But on the last day of the cruise, you have to get off the boat at like the crack of dawn, basically. So we were at breakfast on the ship. I said, I'll take granola and a side of bacon. He came with like, it had to be 12, 13 strips of bacon. And I was like, I can't eat all that. Probably ate 10 strips. And you might say, why? Just bored. Just bored. How many extra pounds do you think the average man is carrying around? Just because he probably eats faster than his wife and daughter. I like to eat a lot of food, don't get me wrong, but I think, I'm like 170, 175. I bet 10 to 15 pounds of that is just boredom eating while waiting for my wife or child to finish eating. And the crazy thing is like that's 100% in my control, but it seems insurmountable. Just eat slower? Oh, and that's why is it okay for you to say just eat slower, but I can't tell you to just eat faster? Because eating slower is healthier? Kate, I'm going to put you on blast, okay? And I'm sure you're not the only person out there doing this. I'm sure there's lots of guys out there that are going to say, so true, my hottie wife also does this. But fellas, what is it with ladies and they eat 80% of the dinner, 90% of the dinner, and then they put like the last bite on their spoon, but they don't eat it. If they were doing like a bite a minute for the first 90% of the dinner, that last bite is like 15 minutes. It's like they load it up and they're like, I'm gonna eat it, but then they don't eat it. And while I'm making an enemy and doing something I shouldn't be doing, I'm just gonna say it. I don't care if people say this is misogyny. Men clear women at drinking an entire glass of water. I'm sorry. You will not see me with 1/4 of a glass of water hanging around on a kitchen island or my desk or the coffee table or something like that. If I pour the glass of water, I drink the glass of water. I carry the glass with me to the place where I'm going to have more drinks, or I put it, on the sink. Never do I pour 80% or 100% of a glass of water and then drink 80. It just doesn't happen. Why are you getting so many +2s? Because this is real talk, man. This is real talk. That's true. Women do. They're more water bottle coated for sure. I work in food service and can confirm it. They'll ask for water and then not drink it. Science. Here's my theory. My theory is that, and this is not meant to be negative. My theory is that, especially if you buy a drink from a coffee shop, part of the value of the drink is the flavor of the drink, but part of the value of the drink is having a nice drink. And there's a constant calculus that they're running while they drink the matcha latte, which is another sip of the matcha latte would be nice, and that's why I bought it. But on the other hand, every sip takes me closer to not having a matcha latte. And then I got to throw away the cup. And if I throw away the cup, then the matcha latte is not vibing with the rest of the outfit. It's not speaking with the vibe of what I've got going on sartorially here. That's why I think they leave one sip. Show us the leg? Yeah, I bruised my leg going upstairs, running up the stairs on Saturday. What was I doing running up the stairs? Getting socks for my daughter so we could go to a birthday party. Basically being a hero, doing an act of service, which is my love language. What could be more traditionally masculine than being injured, providing for somebody else? People like me been doing that since the caveman days. Saber-toothed tigers, sharp staircases, garage roofs, hitting your head on a gabled garage roof or something like that. You know what it's like. But either way, that's an ad hominem. And it's punching down because I'm literally injured right now. Secondarily, speak on it. Why not drink? Why not just one more drink of water? Just one more sip. I saw the sip before it. The sip before it was 2 times the volume of the remaining liquid that's in the glass. So I know you're capable of drinking that last sip because you just did it. Why? It's so precious that how happy is the blameless vessel's lot, man? The world forgetting by the world forgot. It's just a little thing I've noticed in my travels around the world. See now, machine yearning. That's what messes with me. The question is, would they finish it if they'd only filled 75% of the amount to start, or would there still be 20% left? That's what messes with me. And you might say, why not test it? I would not test it because I have respect for my wife as an autonomous person. And I'm sure there's like irrational stuff that I do, maybe even more irrational stuff that I do. So I don't want to start that war because I don't necessarily think I could win that war. And war doesn't decide who's right. It decides who's left. But it is an interesting thought experiment. It is an interesting thought experiment. Ladies, do you know that it's hard for men to swim in the ocean? And I'll tell you why. Going all the way up to the top of your thighs in the water, absolutely no problem. But taking that plunge where your testicles hit the water, that takes a lot of courage. There's not that much that's too sensitive between like the tip of your big toe and the top of your thighs. I'm surprised my wife hasn't asked any questions. She's like, why are you always getting about 2 feet 10 inches into the water and always stopping like just before the fly on your swimsuit? It's because the boys are very sensitive to temperature, man. We have that too. Because we literally can't have shit, huh? We can't have shit. Fuck us, I guess, for trying to have something just for us. Ridiculous, man. No kidding. It makes me sick, man. They hate us. They hate us.
Sometimes consistency is the best skill.
Day 2 of pizza leftovers. No one does it
just
like
showing
me.
up.
That's true as fuck. Pizza is the best delivery because it's like dinner and meal prep at the same time. So pizza is the best thing to order for delivery because it's like delivery and meal prep at the same time.
I think you're right. Yeah.
Did I just like fucking go back in time?
It's not really good meal prep though because it only lasts for 2 meals.
No, it depends how much you get.
I'm eating half a pizza then, and I'm eating half a pizza tomorrow.
What if you eat her two? Whatever.
What if you eat her too? What if you eat her too?
What do you eat or do?
Second
If you
Chapel
be
Roan
eating her
reference.
too, you might be a redneck.
If you eat pussy with your fingers, you might be a redneck. He was crazy. Unc was crazy for that one, man. But I was like, damn, it's funny and it's a little true. It's a little true.
Oh my god.
No.
We already played this.
This is the best game, man. Ricky
Not
Rope Race.
really.
Oh, I just keep hearing it repeated with that accent in my head, and it just keeps being funny. I'm just imagining him saying it, man.
Yeah, because it's like also, what's the alternative? Like a spoon? I don't know, man. Certainly not a knife and fork.
Oh,
Unless,
that's a -2% female audience right there.
That's misogynistic to assume that women don't like to laugh. You know what's crazy? I was thinking, the misogyny allegations from my chat no longer piss me off. And it's because I remember there was like a 5-year period where every day
Did
they
that just
asked me,
give
like,
Apollo 114?
Corey, I'm talking about something important here. When you're trying to beat the misogyny allegations, but then something happens in Mario Party on turn 28 or whatever.
228 coins, man.
Because, like, this is the same chat that, like, for years was like, hot tub stream today? Hot tub stream? Or earnestly asking me shit, like, verbatim. Hey, Anel, what do you think about booba streamers? Like, I'm not taking
man, but,
any
like,
heat about, like, oh, I'm a misogynist because I make jokes that involve women. You're a
Yeah, man, look how
misogynist,
many
man.
coins I have, man. Look at my coins, dude.
Man, fuck your coins. Wait, here's one. My girlfriend wanted coffee before work, so I ordered her some while I was at class, but she's asleep and it's still outside. Is this my fault? Not your fault. I'll say it. I'll go ahead and say it. Women mog men at most things. I'm not going to get specific. Men are in a class of their own when it comes to waking up early. I'm sorry. I mean, obviously I'm biased. I'm talking from my own experience. Between me and my wife, if we were having a wake up early competition, I mean, I'm going, it's a sweep. It's a 4-0 sweep. I'm winning the 2 games at home and I'm winning the 2 games away. It's not even close. Kate's the only woman in your house. I literally have a daughter, okay? I have to wake my daughter up most mornings too. And the mornings that I don't have to wake her up, it's not because she wakes up before me. It's because I'm on the bike and she wakes up too early. This is one of the things that applies to you and is opposite in most circumstances. I don't know, man. So, I mean, listen, I don't have a sample size of 1 million, okay? But, apologies for using the F word. I had a female roommate for 3 years in college. Not an ex-girlfriend. Literally just a friend who lived with us. And she was sleepy as fuck. She slept all the time. As a woman +2, but I'm narcoleptic, I'll take that. Add that to the sample size. 33-year-old married woman, I wake up at 4:30 every day. Listen, stop being a pick-me. You're being a pick-me now. But if you're going to be a pick-me, at least be a pick-me for the streamer. Be like, it's true, I'm a woman and I'm very sleepy. Be that kind of pick-me. Don't be the kind of pick-me that's like, you're wrong because of my experience. That's not fair. Standing in line to see the show, and you know what I'm talking about? And there's a light on. Heavy glow. What does he say? Heavy flow. That could be it, man. Heavy flow. I might need to get someone with more knowledge of periods to help me out with the writing this song. I mostly just know about the period shits. Flowing through the corners of my mind, from the Grand Coulee Dam to the Capitol. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, you do. Standing in line to buy some pads tonight. I love it when little boys -2 period jokes but +2 cum jokes. Oh, you know, they're gonna be mad you call them little boys, especially because you sided with me. Performative males in my chat love saying stuff like, you can't joke about periods, it's misogynist. How is it misogynist to joke about periods, man? I didn't say stop complaining. I did say that one. You're gonna say you said that one time. I did not say that one time. What I said is you can't complain about periods and menopause. You have to pick one. I said you have to pick one. Otherwise, people are gonna take you seriously. That I shouldn't have said that, but it hit hard during Kinda Hard Golf and was really funny. It was really funny. My jokes are funny? They are, though, because they make me laugh. They can't be that good because I didn't even get invited to the Riyadh Comedy Festival, but maybe my content is just a little too edgy for the average. Royal Prince or whatever. I don't really know what they're doing over there, to be honest, but not everybody's pleased about it. They're playing golf, I know that. Phil Mickelson's playing some golf. Whenever 2 spins have no reward, recharge +1 to all charms triggerable by the red button. Every time I say the red button, I feel like Sir Davos. The red button. The red woman? He hated Melisandre. Something was wrong with it. I don't know why. Honestly, I think he was just a bit of a misogynist. He hated Melisandre for some reason. She literally never did anything wrong. Just say you hate women, okay? Don't dog whistle by saying, oh, Melisandre did some bad stuff. Just say it with your whole chest if you're gonna be problematic like that. She birthed the shadow demon? She was literally fine shit, okay? So I don't see why... I'm just saying back off, okay? Especially that scene where she was old. Remember that? And you're like, damn, just when I thought she couldn't be any finer. Bro, shut up. Why? Why? Perceived aura loss for grown man riding on the back of a shopping cart. I'm all for whimsy, but yes. If you're out of college, there's aura loss for being a grown man riding on the back of a shopping cart. I wish there wasn't because it is fun, but there is. And I mean, here's the thing: you can do it. There's just aura loss. If you have enough aura, you can tank the aura loss. If you're kind of aura deficient, you might want to think twice. I didn't say having fun is illegal. I said there's a price to pay, and the price is you lose a little bit of aura. What about if you're a woman? This bit is going to sound misogynist until you realize that actually it's a bit from a lens of feminism. It's more aura loss for a woman to ride on the shopping cart. And the reason is society hates silly women even more than silly men. And if you're going to say that's ridiculous, all I need to do is point to Exhibit A, Kelsey Plum eating popcorn at that NBA game. They wanted her dead, man. She was having threats on her life just for eating the popcorn funny and then going... You're wrong, Zoe Deschanel. Are you a time-traveling Redditor from like 2009, man? What are you talking about, Zoe Deschanel, bro? 500 Days of Summer came out like 17 years ago. This is like Dan's chat. Anytime they see something they don't like, they're like, that looks like a guy who drinks only IPAs. It's like they're still fighting the last war, man. That war ended like 7-8 years ago. You're in danger of anchoring your experience on a culture that no longer exists, man. Dank, hello weed. You know, I had to explain to my daughter what MLG was. I can't remember the context. MLG came up in something that she was watching, and she went, Dad, what's MLG? And you don't realize, like, the amount of context you need to explain the existence of Major League Gaming. Your wife needs you? She's gonna have to wait. I'm in the dank depths too, man. Press escape already and go? Nah, I gotta wait for it to dry first. 1 second. I don't know what stem cell does. It's funny because we're both at work right now. I'm getting yelled at to clean up the vomit that happened right next to her. What's up with that, man? I'm just saying there's a double standard. I'm not saying it's not acceptable. I'm just saying there's a double standard. If I was in a Mahjong game and I did this, people would be calling for my head. They would be like, I thought all that sushi stuff was a joke, but it turns out actually he's evil. Pause your game, bro. I can't, it'll take me out of my flow state, man. At least let me, if I find an item room, I'll do it, okay? But I need to find oh, well, fuck this, I can't leave on this room because then I won't remember where the fucking monsters are. Okay. After this, I got it. I don't want to get in trouble. Nice try, bud. Mogged, I'm afraid. Okay, I'll be right back. Screw. Ooh. You know, it's kind of nice just to have an excuse to run up the stairs. What a good guy. Well, I'm kind of evil. I'm also kind of evil. And you're gonna say why? I thought you cleaned it up. I did, but when she said thank you the first time, I didn't say you're welcome. Because I wanted to farm a few more thank yous. So I got, honestly, it was like stealing coins in Mario Party. On a one thank you worthy act, I got like 4 or 5 thank yous, which is kind of huge. That's kind of, I think I might have honestly come up ahead. Dark Ryan moment. Mind freak. 6, 7 thank yous. I wish we should all be so lucky. Low key, chat. Did the bird masks in the bubonic plague actually do anything? I guess it like kind of. It's like forced social distancing. Like it forced you to stay 2 meters away from the person that was in line in front of you at the grocery store because it had like a 1.5 meter long nose. I hope, well, listen, we're probably doing some shit like that and not realizing it just because it seems normalized to us, but I don't want to know, man. I hope when you die, I do want to know when I die, I want God to be like, here's how you would have done as a race car driver. Because I do think there's a chance that in another life, I could have been a sick race car driver. But I don't want him to be like, oh, by the way, when do you think the earth is going to figure out that eating bread is what's giving you all the diseases? They've been knocking at the door for some, bro, in 100 years, they're going to be like, remember when everybody ate bread? Oh, it's lunchtime, time for my dose of poison. We're going to be up in heaven like, fuck, okay. Like all the people who died of like cholera in England, and then it turns out that it was like one rusty water pump or something like that. And people kept being like, hey, maybe it's related to this water pump. And they were like, that guy thinks he's smarter than us. Let's kill him. Let's kill him in public. It's the mob fear trickling in again. I don't think it's an irrational fear for a guy who streams for like 10,000 people to be afraid of being ripped apart in a crowd of 10,000 people. That one, I don't think you need to have a degree in psychiatry to understand where, like, the root cause of that anxiety. I think that one makes perfect sense. Would you rather be antagonized by a mob or drink a bottle of water that contains a bunch of diatoms in it? Oh, fuck. That's like the worst. A mob of people forcing me to drink the bottle. Going like, and then they're like a couple of them are like holding my arms down and a couple of them are holding my legs down and then a few of them are like propping my mouth open and there's all the fucking, like these types of organisms going up and down in the water bottle. I don't like that. You know what that's like? That's why it's the same weird ass feeling I get in The Matrix 2 when Agent Smith starts inserting his fucking karate chop into people's solar plexus and turning them into Agent Smith, and they know they're being turned into Agent Smith. You would never survive as a woman? No, I think I'd make it. I'm not gonna deny there'd probably be like an adjustment period, but lots of people dumber than me are making it work. I think I'd be able to handle it. You gotta give me some time to get used to the idea, but I think I'd figure it out over time. I mean, life's a journey like that. That's not misogynistic to say that Gwyneth Paltrow's stupid. That's just like using my senses to observe the world around me and draw conclusions, bro. Name 100 stupid women? Okay, I would never. That's too real. That's a step too far. The world, I'm ready for that. The world's not ready for that, unfortunately. That's the consequence of gender equality, man. Women can be stupid too. It's misogynist to say that women can't be stupid because women can do anything that men can do. And there's a lot of stupid dudes out there. Ergo, you could draw the conclusion yourself. Ergo, being a teacher, it must be hard, man. Like I taught ESL, but like I had to grade papers, but grading the papers was like, so I've told this before, but I had a class of like, I don't know, they were probably like 4th graders or something. And one of their English assignments was write a recipe. And every single one of them, there were like 13 or 14 kids. Every single one of them wrote a recipe for how to cook instant ramen. It was so fucking fun. And yet they all put the egg in it. They all chopped up a little green onion and put it in it. I mean, I was asking for a recipe from a bunch of middle schoolers. So like, it's not like I expected, you know, beef Wellington or something like that, but I thought like maybe one kid would make like a sandwich or like a rice bowl or something like that. But either way, but that was easy because those were like, it was a list of like 10 things and I was mostly just looking for like grammatical errors. But I can't imagine, like, your nuts are to the fire if you're like an English professor in university, right? Because you're reading some shit that's relatively smart adults made, and then you gotta be like, guess what? Actually, this fucking sucks. That's why they get paid the big bucks. Yeah, exactly. I think you need the right kind of temperament to be like an English professor for freshman classes in university, because you know, like, almost everybody coming to the university is like one of the top 10% of the students in their class. And then when they get a fucking C+ on the first paper, it's got... I'm just saying, you gotta be a different kind of fella to be like excited about your office hours after that. Because you know you're gonna have a bunch of people, probably named Rebecca or Elizabeth or Niles or something like that, coming in going, excuse me, this is the lowest mark I've ever received in my entire life. No, I didn't read the entire book, but still, how could you do this to me? Do you hate me? You threw a male name in there? I was trying to think of a name associated with being a keener. What's a male name associated with being a keener? I knew Ryan was gonna be in there. I don't think that's true though. See, nobody's coming to a consensus. Now come up with a female name associated with being a keener or a teacher's pet. I'll start. Elizabeth, Esther, Rebecca, Natasha, Hillary, Catherine, listen, I'm not pioneering the theory. I'm just, Jessica's a big one. Jessica's a big one for sure. I'm just saying, I think we all kind of, did we just discover something together? Megan, not so much Megan in my experience, but Beth for sure. Jessica was a joker? Not in my classes, man. She was getting grades that were turning me into the joker. And not nearly as bad as Hillary. Laura. Oh, I forgot about Laura. This isn't helping you beat the Boba tea allegations? What are the allegations? Being a calm, unbiased, objective observer of phenomenon in society? Origin, cover your ears, okay? If you go into a bubble tea store, tell me how many tables you see in there that are two dudes, okay? It doesn't happen. It happens. It doesn't happen as often as you're gonna see the alternative. Let me put it that way. He's back on this? Well, you guys refuse to accept the truth, so we can't move on to more interesting questions. Because you keep, what's the word I'm looking for here? You keep flinching at obvious observations. We can't get on to more interesting topics because you refuse to accept reality. It's fine, I like this argument better than name women who suck. Excuse me, it was not name women who suck, it was name women who are good at school, which is annoying because you want to be the best without trying that hard. They're literally, it's hating them because we ain't them, okay? If anything, if your name was listed in annoying classmate names, you should be flattered because it means you were probably valedictorian. It's literally a compliment to be insulted like that. And all the Jessicas out there are smart enough to have known that. Mansplaining. Yo, mansplaining kind of feels good as fuck though when you have like someone fixing something in your house and they explain what they did. I don't think they should be telling you how to like drive or whatever. But if you got like a plumber in your house and then he's like, it's all fixed up. By the way, here's what I did. Mansplaining, it gets a bad rap, man. But I guess he's mansplaining to a man, so I can't put myself in the shoes of what a woman would feel like in that situation. Much like me, she'd probably be mostly relieved that her toilet works again, but I don't know, I bet a lot of them aren't pooping the same kind of stuff that I'm pooping. No offense. No offense. Sorry, you gotta walk on eggshells these days. I just said boy shits are probably, on average, more disgusting than girl shits. And they want me fucking dead. I know about period shits. Stop talking about period shits. I invented period shits. But I'm talking about the rest of the time. The rest of the time, any given Sunday, your poop could be my poop. But on the average Sunday, I gotcha. You have no idea the kind of shit I'm leaving in the toilet? I think I got some idea. Unless this is like a fucking Dreamcatcher scenario where you pooped out like an alien and then you left it under the seat lid and then you've been sitting on the seat so that the alien doesn't come up and like eat you or whatever. You know, some Duddits type shit. You're right, we do want more options. Sometimes I still need your help though. This is literally the pick 3 item. Alright, but you don't start with it. You don't start with it. Look at this. Holy, bro. Also, choosing between 3 kind of goes hard when you actually know what all of the 3 of the things are. It kind of sucks when you start with a roguelike for the first time, and then it's like, do you want Zeus's beard, Poseidon's trident, or Logarithma's fire? And you're like, oh, here we go. Fucking plus 0.75% attack speed for every stack of malevolence you have. Oh, motherfucker. Here we go. Here we go. He hates Hades 2? I haven't even... Well, I played Hades 2 once. I don't hate Hades 2. I do hate games that are a lot like Hades that are not as good as Hades. I'll tell you that. Don't say I hate women. That's not true. You know I love the ladies, but it's Anchor Man, not Anchor Lady. Name that movie. I like my fish gummy, bro. Yes, dude. And she did. They should do a seafood lunchly. Sushi lunchly. Could be good if they want more broad demographic appeal. I have to assume that lunchly was largely a male-dominated product. Whatever it's going in the compilation. I literally said women are too smart to buy lunchly. And then you're gonna say some shit like, what about Hawk Tua? That's not her name, but your point stands, to be honest with you. Your point kind of stands. Yes, please, man. Yes, please. The first recorded joke from 1900 BC. Something which has never occurred since time immemorial. Semicolon. A young woman did not fart in her husband's lap. Okay, so I think... First off, that's fucking funny. I think to translate it for the modern parlance, I think he's saying women always be farting in their husband's laps? Is that what he's saying there? I will say not to put too much criticism out there. I think they're a little heavy-handed with the introduction to the bit. He could just be saying, why do the hottest chicks have the stinkiest farts? It would have gotten like the same kind of spirit across with a lot less like caveats at the start of it. Things that never happen. A woman never farts. I can imagine it's like ironic because the cavemen were like, back in the day, like they were like, if you said that, they would be like, I get it, because they're farting all the time. That's so true. Wow, that's wild, man. The first joke was misogynist. It's not. Make up your mind, man. It's not misogynist to say women fart. That's like biological. It's a joke about intimacy. It's a satire. They do be farting too, especially on their periods, right? Ladies? Any ladies in the chat? True. Man, make a joke, get a good pill. Yep, that's God's way of saying +2. Period shits. Yep. We're back with the dulls, y'all. Breathtaking title. Your title is breathtaking. You ever, and I'm sure you guys, because I know the modern climate, you're going to find a way to spin this into being either society is misogynist or I specifically am misogynist, which is literally not possible because I played a game with 5 women in it yesterday. That game literally passed the Bechdel test. Is that when 2 women have a conversation that's not about a man? Did it? Yeah. They talk to you. But we don't know that Wu Yu Man is a guy. Could be a lady. You ever think about that? Sorry, I forgot what I was doing. We want this one. Delete this screen region. I thought I had something to say. Oh, what I was going to say is, you ever realize how fucked up it is that ladies get 2 titles when you're checking in for a flight? They could be Mrs. or Miss. And men just have to chill with the fuck-ass Mister no matter what? What about Sir? I'm not knighted, so I can't choose Sir. And if you're going to give me Sir, then you have to give them Lady or Dame. I can't remember which one's the royal title. Esquire is not a title. Esquire is a suffix. A title precedes the name. A suffix goes after. A dame is the equivalent of knighted. A lady is the wife of a lord? Is that true? Get an honorary doctorate to Queens? I wish, man. Well, honestly, I don't know, because the academic reputation of my alma mater has fallen into disrepute lately. I wonder if it's because we kept flipping cars at homecoming on Aberdeen Street or whatever. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't follow the McLean's rankings anymore because I haven't applied for university in 19 years. The people who don't like sex in movies are going to have an aneurysm when they see this. Poor things. Yep. And they did. They did have an aneurysm when they saw it. I saw someone refer to this as a female version of Frankenstein, which is funny because Frankenstein was written by a brilliant woman, and this was quite obviously written by a man. Bad because a man wrote it. Nicole, how do you feel about the film? I'd like to know your thoughts on them. Obviously, you weren't a big fan, but is it like it was like a 5 and then it went down to a 2? Wasn't it adaptation? That's Charlie Kaufman, also written by a man, which is fucked up because he was supposed to be adapting Susan Orlean's The Orchid Thief. So bro was literally like mansplaining literature to Susan Orlean, which is fucking crazy. You read her memoirs yet? It came out like last week, I think. Dialogue was unwatchable in this film. Wrong, I watched it. I watched it and I liked it. Maybe you're just bad at watching things. I didn't find it unwatchable at all. Very few things I find unwatchable. I just keep my eyes open, pay attention. Adaptation's my favorite movie. You're breathtaking. You're breathtaking. My issue with Lanthimos is female assault in every movie of his. And as we all know, by putting it in his movies, he is saying, this is a good thing that's awesome, that you should be, I'm endorsing this by putting it in my movie. That's not what they meant. Well, I'm taking them out of context to get a dunk. You Letterboxd reviewers, you don't really like it so much when I'm Letterboxd reviewing you, do you? All of a sudden, when you spend 3 years and millions of dollars crafting a single comment, and I go, unfortunately, you're a man, so I don't like it. All of a sudden, you don't like it as much, do you? Libby, you're here. Libby, you don't have to back me up. Should husbands send their wives YouTube shorts? Be honest. And I'm not saying that I'm going to use you as a symbol for all of, women's opinions on this. Don't change it from reels to shorts. Sorry, that's true. Not to get in trouble, but Instagram is wife-coded. YouTube shorts is kind of gender neutral, I would say. She said she needs more context. I have not a theory, I have a personal opinion that is men lose aura by sending their wives YouTube shorts. And I wanted to be unfair first. I wanted to say something like too many YouTube shorts, but that's not fair because too many YouTube shorts is like too much of anything is bad. So I'm saying like there's probably, I'm gonna fucking die. There's probably a level that's acceptable. Like I feel like if I sent like one YouTube short every 6 months or something like that, then it wouldn't be a problem. But if I was sending like one a day, that's bad. I would say you're onto something, but in marriage you can tank a lot of aura loss and it's okay. Well, yes, but I'm not doing it because I don't want to lose aura. Like I'm not keeping score. I'm not like, oh, I really want to send this YouTube short to my wife, but I'm in aura debt right now. It's more like I don't want to be the kind of guy that's like, please. Because, well, I should start with my fucked up worldview. That is, when people send you a link to watch something, they're not sending the link out of a selfless motivation of like, I think you would laugh and love this and bring more joy to the world. I feel like the reason that people are sending links like that is like, please affirm that I found something funny and like give me credit for finding it. This might even be more controversial than the original take. People are like, no, I spread memes to bring joy to the world. Okay, Elon Musk, all right. Saving the world through memes. Let me know how that works out for you. I feel like people do it, it's not like malicious self-interest, but I think they are largely doing it out of self-interest or boredom. They're like, I saw something funny, I want to talk to somebody, I'm gonna use the YouTube short as like a way to start a conversation because I'm bored right now. It's multifaceted, I guess, is what I'm saying. Stop, I feel too seen. Bro, I grew up in like the ICQ era, I know all about this shit. That's why, maybe the reason I stopped is because I fucking had my fill, man. Should I send my wife clips of you? No, bro, YouTube Shorts do not monetize well. It doesn't matter to me at all. Plus, to be honest, if she hasn't been watching me for a while, I don't really want her in chat. Because if you don't understand the kind of culture that we got going on over here, sometimes you can end up typing some stuff in chat that pisses me off. Like, oh, you can't say that. Someone said this is a toxic take, but like, bro, some real things are toxic. Nitrous oxide is toxic. If you go nitrous oxide is toxic, that doesn't mean that you're being toxic. It means you're identifying something that's toxic. If you call something out as toxic, you're actually serving as a warning label, which is a public good. Anyway, it sounds like she agreed with me wholeheartedly, so that's one in my column, I would say. But I will say, it's not totally fair, and the reason it's not totally fair is because I don't watch YouTube Shorts, so I don't have any YouTube Shorts to send to my wife. If I did watch YouTube Shorts, I don't know, I just can't imagine being that kind of person. So I guess I'm LARPing, because I can't really put myself in that mindset. Does YouTube Shorts have the least aura? No, well, I don't think it's... I think the platform doesn't matter that much as long as they like have an account. The thing that matters is what you're sending. Like, in order, what do I want to be sent the most? And keep in mind I'm a man, so nobody cares about my opinion. But I'm going to say it anyway, because I don't know what else to do. What do I want to be sent the most? CCTV footage of someone slipping on a wet floor inside of a store and then like really hurting themselves and then standing up and grabbing their back and going, oh, and then walking 2 more steps and falling down again on the same patch of floor. That, or like dash cam footage or something like that. Like that's close to the top. And then it would be like good skit, I guess. A skit with a good bit attached to it, which has been known to happen from time to time. One thing I never want to be sent, and I think you should absolutely, I think I apologize to the men for this one, because I think I'm going to farm so many +2s that you're going to be scared. I think if you start sending your wife clips from like a podcast that's not funny, but instead is meant to like teach you something about the world, it's over. Like, I think you're on the down slope and you got to bail out of that. You can't be sending your wife like Manosphere podcast clips. That's a given. She does not care, and you probably should also not care. That's what my parents do. Well, if they've been married long enough, they might be locked in. I don't know. I'm old, but I'm not. I'm old by Twitch standards. I'm not old enough to, you know, have that kind of wisdom from like a real life standpoint. There's people out there older than me. My parents do it to me. Yeah, but I'm sorry to say. I mean, it's not fair. If your parents start sending you stuff like that, you have to watch it because they raised you. But you have an obligation to not fall for it. And you also have an obligation to push back a little bit. You have an obligation to be like, I think that's AI. Like, if it's obviously 100% AI, you have to go, are you sure this isn't AI? You have to do something like that. Or you could not click it and then just react with the mind blown or something. I mean, I would much rather be linked to an article. Maybe I'm old. I would much rather someone linked me to an article that they actually read and be like, you should read this. That to me shows genuine care. Almost because of the fact that watching a video takes no time investment and reading an article takes a lot. So it's almost like they're saying, I wouldn't have linked this to you unless I thought it was really relevant to your interests. But a video is just like, it's like a tree like farting a seed out into the environment. It's just like, I'm spitting out 10,000 seeds because I know like 9,900 of them are just going to get driven over by dump trucks, you know? Which, I don't know that much about trees, actually may still germinate. I don't know. Did you see that fucking play? Did you see that shit? What are you talking about? You should stop watching YouTube Shorts, but if you watch them, you should be embarrassed about them. You should not send them to your spouse. Unless you're a wife, in which case your husband has to tank them. And I don't understand why. We've been talking about it for a long time, trying to understand why there's a double standard, but there is a double standard. I'm not the bad person for noticing the double standard. Wife is 38 weeks today. What advice do you have for a first-time papa? Listen. I'm trying to think about sleep while you can? No, it's too late. You need to you need to start banking it like a couple of years in advance. The one thing that I remember, well, okay, there's 2 things. Actually, there's 3 things, and they're very gross. The first 2 are very gross, and the third one is not gross at all. The first one is, did you know, so you don't have a heart attack, have you done the prep, like read the baby books and stuff, so that you know that like the baby's first few poops are like eldritch horrors? Because they're pushing out like, I don't know, nutritive slurry and like dead cells from the placenta and stuff like that. So like, the poops can be like really, really disgusting. Let's put it this way: not brown, could be completely black. Again, not to be gross, but also grow up. If your baby is a girl, she can actually have like an artificial like menstruation, basically just after being born because of the hormones that she's gotten through the umbilical cord from her mom. So like, prepare yourself for that too. Yeah, it's kind of like they're going through the calibration. So those are the 2 where that just like the other stuff you'll just figure it out. I can't really be like, you know, have a bunch of meals in the fridge. Like you're nothing's gonna save you. It's just you just got to get through the first little bit. But then the other one is, and I don't even know if someone had told this to me, I probably wouldn't have listened. Main actionable regret from like the week that my daughter was born was definitely trying to sleep in shifts so that somebody was always awake to like gaze upon the child. That's not necessary. Everyone is going to tell you to sleep when the child sleeps, and that is exactly the right advice, but especially if it's your first kid, you're probably going to be like, someone has to have eyes on this child at all times just in case something happens. So that for us, I would say that lasted like 2 or 3 days before eventually we were like, if we do this, we're going to die. Like we're like involuntarily falling asleep. Kill your ego and exist as a wife-serving machine? Well, yeah, but also, I don't know. Chad hates this, but it's not a bit. I'm always going to bat for millennial and Gen Z men, because all the ones that I know are like working really hard and doing their best. But then the people who don't see them and just are, you know, enlisted soldiers in the culture war online are like, you're probably not doing enough domestic labor. I read on Reddit that you're like, men are never doing enough domestic labor. And I'm like, meanwhile, every dad that I know is just like, as soon as they sit down in a chair, they're like, hey, how's it going? Like that at the birthday parties, they're just crashing out, man. I did not say I'm a men's rights activist. What I did say in the Discord is that I do feel like as millennial and Gen Z fathers, we are kind of like, our dads and granddads maybe didn't do awesome jobs. My dad did okay. My granddads weren't really doing that much. I think they were mostly just going to work and then, I don't know, coming home and being like, where's dinner? But like, we're eating the shit that they should have eaten. When meanwhile, we already ate their shit because they raised us. So I'm eating 2 shit meals from one ass, basically. Again, my dad did a good job, but... And now people are like, fuck you! And you're like, why? And they're like, 'cause I've seen Mad Men. I've seen what Don Draper fucking did in the 1960s. That's a fake guy that doesn't exist. And if he was real, he would be like 106 years old right now. Are you serious? What are we talking about right now? Eddie! Eddie's making a name for themselves. It's because you rant about men being victims? No, I don't rant. I say something like, does anyone give a fuck that men on average die 6 years earlier than women? And then half of chat says, no, we don't care. In fact, we wish it was sooner. they type no in all caps and go, it should be 10. Which is really funny. So unfortunately, due to my code of ethics, I have to respect it. But it is... But it is fucked up, but it's really funny. It's a really funny thing to say. Now look at this drop. Holy. Oh, no. Boba, pack one, pick one. Depends. Careful. What were you gonna say? I was gonna try to make a riff on like if you get extra points for the length that it takes to consume the beverage. But I'm really going off like legitimately like a sample size of 1 essentially. All I'm gonna say is maybe to make it less offensive. Men be drinking their beverages like this. And then women be drinking their beverages like this. Okay, man. Did I tell any lies? That's offensive? Don't tell me it's offensive. Tell me whether or not you're offended, because I believe the answer is no. Kerplunk! Oh! My ankles, bro. Because you guys are always telling me that I'm inventing a straw man to get mad at. But what you're not acknowledging is you guys also invent a straw man that gets mad. You are not mad at my joke, except for Origin, and I'm still trying to tease that part out, but, like, why? But you're going, someone could get mad about that, ergo you can't say it. That's a straw man. You are inventing a straw man, and take it from me, because I would know. I don't particularly like it. You don't like the joke that men gulp their beverages and women sip their beverages. This is crossed the line. Not really? Okay, well, we gotta have a conversation because you gotta educate me, I guess, as to why that's not okay. Because I'm sorry, I've seen men and I've seen women. There are some subtle differences in the way that they drink beverages. And I won't be called evil for recognizing that. I own you. He's 1. Okay, but he actually might be 1. Ah! Did you see the fucking spray control? Oh my god. Oh my god. Slumped him. Holy cow. Wow!
Oh dang, we gotta get out of the circle or get to it. By the way,
Okay,
Is it the island?
Get to it.
Is it the island, man? It
It's like
is the island, man.
bro.
Can we used to say
some
that?
shooting.
Should we not have said that? The island, man. You know.
Listen, people are very sensitive these days. I got in trouble yesterday for saying men gulp their drinks and women sip their drinks. So this is not an environment where you want to be taking any risks, okay?
I can't believe
I'm
you
a
say that.
sipper.
Kind of
I'm a
deserved.
sipper.
I got a
honestly.
dressing down for saying that men are more likely to gulp their drinks and women are more likely to sip their drinks.
It's kind of fucked up to say that. Well, I guess you're not saying they can't, but you're implying
They could easily gulp, but they choose not to.
I'm a sipper, man.
I'm
I'm gay.
enjoying
Is
it,
that,
man.
is that what that means? Like,
Corey, back me up here.
why are you going to the other?
I do gulp, man.
I'm a
I do
gulper.
gulp.
I get a
I'm
drink,
gulper.
and the drink is like it. If I'm not doing anything else, the drink is gone in under 2 minutes for sure.
I will say it depends on the drink.
Yeah, what's the rush though?
Because if it's water, I'm usually gulping.
It's gone.
If it's something that's like tasty or something I paid for, I'm gonna definitely take my time.
Savor it a little bit.
Yeah. A pumpkin spice latte, I'm sipping on that, man. Woo.
No.
Woo.
Ice,
Swiping
brown
left.
sugar, oat shaken espresso. It's gone in a minute and a half.
Woo. Where are we dropping?
Prison?
Prison.
Let's go to prison. Will Arnett, I think.
All right.
A comedian gets sent to woke prison.
It's probably a really nice prison to go to, honestly.
He said that women and men have slightly different tendencies in beverages, and he's been sent to a Democrat re-education camp. As far as I know, Will Arnett is actually cool.
A Democrat re-education.
That being said, he did start a telecommunications company with his podcast Cabal. So you know what, buddy?
Oh, did he?
He's chill. I don't know. He's chill enough. I'm going to give you a -2 on your reels and shorts take. I will, however, offer you a +2 on the Sushi Boba Bit in exchange. That's crazy, because you have now... I mean, at least I know that I'm a firebrand, and it's like I gained some attention for it. You're just making enemies out here for no reason. Even if it's your honest opinion, you're going to learn. You can't share your honest opinion here. There are no differences between the frequency that men and women eat different foods. They all eat all foods exactly the same amount of times and exactly the same way. You finally get it? I'm starting to finally understand. Is this another husband-wife take? I need to hear it. I don't want to alienate you, Libby, because apparently what I said is the most offensive thing on the planet. I said men be gulping their drinks and women be sipping them. Now, at no point did I say women are incapable of gulping, and at no point did I say men are incapable of sipping. But they were really displeased with me for courting controversy in the manosphere, for saying men be gulping, women be sipping. Please don't double down. I'm not doubling down. I'm referencing. I'm Xeroxing. I've made a copy of it. I made a reference to a copy of it, a reference to the original. Lewis sips that boba, and I'm like, can I have some? I already finished mine. I don't even know what this expression means, but I'm going to say the exception that proves the rule. Finding out that there's women who gulp just makes it more obvious that most of them are sipping. Maybe not most of them, but the modal woman be sipping, and the modal man be gulping, as far as I'm concerned. Okay, maybe I am doubling down. You will never see a glass of water with one drink in it left on a man's desk. Ever on earth. He will finish the glass. He will not leave one gulp for later. I have so many cups on my desk. Cups on your desk, half full of liquid. Half full of liquid. And I didn't say empty cups. Half full. Or like with a somewhere between half and zero. And not actively being consumed. I always leave a sip. You are freaking me the fuck out. 1 second. We need to get this shit on the go, man. Why don't you just finish the beverage? I don't leave it for later. I forget about it. This is why gulping will always defeat sipping, except in for alcoholic beverages. Alcoholic beverages, you can get yourself in a lot of trouble if you're a neutral gulper and you just start compulsively drinking it out of inertia, essentially. I think sippers have a big advantage in the alcoholic drink department. But in the non-alcoholic drink department, I don't understand the concept of leaving some around. Alcoholic beverages are better to gulp? Nope, because I mean, if you're going out with a diverse group, all of a sudden you got 2 gulpers, 6 sippers, and I was always the type of beast who, even if you like, at an average 45-minute to 70-minute sit-down dinner, in all likelihood, I will consume. Well, starting with the obvious, I would consume as many glasses of water as they placed in front of me, but I would easily drink 3 or 4 glasses of water at a regular standard sit-down dinner. As long as they keep refilling the glass, I'll keep drinking the water. Just because there's something to do when you're not talking, right? So if you apply that to the bar circumstance, which you shouldn't, but considering, you train on water, you go to the bar, all of a sudden, you're done your beer in maybe 8 minutes, and then you look around and everybody else has only had a couple of sips, and you're like, well, now I'm sitting here with no beverage until, pardon me, they get down to the level where we can say, hey, do you guys want to get another round? But I honestly think some people take pleasure in, they're like submission UFC fighters. They take pleasure in, what they do is they don't go, hey, I'm going to drink 40 milliliters with every sip. They do it fractionally. It's like they drink half of the remaining volume with every single sip. So you'll look at it and be like, they got 4 sips left, and then they take 2 sips and you're like, what the hell? They've still got 4 sips left. What the hell's going on? It doesn't make any sense. So that's why I think that the sippers have an advantage over the gulpers in that situation. Sips evil twin gulps. Now that's actually a good bit. It would go so hard to go live as gulps _ and play Castle Miner Z or something like that. What the hell? Bloody Penny. Did they redo the icon for Bloody Penny, or has it really just been that long? Castle Miner Z mentioned. Of course I know Castle Miner Z, bro. Minecraft is $15. Castle Miner Z was $1 on Xbox Live Indie Games. A lot of you are saying Xbox Live Arcade. It wasn't an Xbox Live Arcade. It was an Xbox Live Indie game. You'd have to be stupid to buy Minecraft, man, when Castle Miner Z is out there at 1/6.5 of the cost. It was the best game ever. I 100% forgot that the average viewer, probably 8 in 2011. That's so funny. That's so funny. Way back when, I love that one. In 6 and 7, where the hell am I? Hey 20, because it's been a year. No, we can't dance together. We got nothing in common. I'm losing my mind. Why did the water change to cherry prime? Did the silver turn to gold? I know that's going to be the theme song for the, well, I was going to say the American Olympic team, but I honestly don't know who the fuck won in 2022 because they didn't send NHL players, so I don't give a fuck. I honestly, I'm not afraid to chase the dragon. I'm not afraid to put $1 in the kitty. I'm over here holding my mystical sphere. I love a Steely Dan line from a first-time chatter. It's like getting a customer for life. Because I know you're not getting this from any other channel on this website. Maybe you'll get a channel reference in Reelin' in the Years or something like that, but nobody's going into track 5 on Gaucho. No one's going, the wind was driving in my face, the smell of prickly pear. Walter Becker looks very Reddit coded. Well, he literally died, so you can't say that. Secondly, yes, you're right. He does have a certain does have a certain Redditness to his visage. He was probably hung. I don't know about that. I mean, maybe. I just have no. I mean, it's like, listen, it's not for me to prognosticate. I feel like, speaking from my experience, Steely Dan's a little small penis coded. It doesn't mean not all things that are small penis coded are small penis coded because you're compensating. Some of them just seem to be coded for dudes with small penises. It's not even a knock. It's just it's the tool you were given when you were born. You don't have any control over that. Asia has big dick energy though. Fuck, you're right. You're actually right. Maybe Steely Dan is huge cock-coded. I didn't even think about that. Because would a small cock-coded band sing, I don't care anymore while you run around? That sounds like something someone would say if they were like, I ain't worried about you running around because my penis is huge. Break away. Wait. Negresta's weighing in. Let me see. Please include women with small penises. We love Steely Dan too. I didn't say it was men with small penis coded. It's person with small penis coded. Now you're just trying to get me in trouble, and I didn't even do what I'm being accused of doing. Now in 2026, I'm going to stop highlighting the differences in boba tea consumption between men and women. You'll notice, by the way, I've never said anything about how the non-binary individuals consume boba tea, because I wouldn't necessarily consider myself a source on that. I'm not saying I've never seen a non-binary person consume boba tea, but I haven't consumed enough data to know or even create a hunch of whether they drink it more quickly or more slowly than any other group of people. Or whether, real brave. It's different for everybody. Okay, fucking take a side. Someone said, I bet Steely Dan is average penis coded. Real brave. Null hypothesis, motherfucker. You're not a scientist. I stand by the idea that I'm not saying only women, but more women than men leave one sip left in a glass of water and then never drink the sip. And I'm sorry, they're gonna have to ban me from this website to silence me from saying things that I believe are true in my heart of hearts. I'm not saying that no men do it, because there have been men in the Peloton Discord that actually are like, in my house, I'm the sipper. But I'm broadly, thanks, you just made my girlfriend really mad at me. Just say something like, babe, can you believe he would say something so stupid? Men are pigs. Say some shit like that. You'll bring her back. Men are so stupid. Hit her with that one. While not part of the Wolfpack, Ken Jeong, Heather Graham, Mike Epps, and Rob Riggle were featured in this 2009 Todd Phillips comedy. That's The Hangover, obviously. Listen, there's like 100 clues. Mike Epps was in that. He was. You know who else was in that? Ken Jeong, Rob Riggle, I believe Brian Callen, maybe. I know her name. The Ed Helms' fiance. I know her name, but I can't. Can somebody give me her name, please? It's not Tina Fey. Rachel Harris. Thank you. She does have a certain Tina Feyness to her, for sure. Knowing Tina Fey only as the wife of another actor is crazy work. Sapphire, it was not Tina Fey. It was Rachel Harris, who you don't know at all, which is way more problematic than knowing an actress for only one role. That was actually a pretty fucking big movie, by the way. You're trying to paint me as if I'm Paul Anderson. I'm not Paul Anderson. I didn't write Tau Zero, okay? I believe people are multifaceted, not simply one-note characters designed to push the narrative. We ever figure out, speaking of relatable anti-heroes, we ever figure out how Mr. Freeze freezing the entirety of Gotham City was going to like generate a cure for his wife's illness? Or was he just kind of pissed off? Test subjects make sense. He could try to run, well, no, because like they don't all have the same disease as Mrs. Freeze. Fuck it, Dr. Freeze. I'm going to assume that like people with a similar educational background tend to choose someone with a similar educational background as a partner. So like, she was probably a doctor too. She liked to keep the thermostat lower. In 2026, I'm not going to make any observations about the differences between men and women, and I'm keeping the preferences of the non-binary completely out of this because I honestly don't know. But 2025 me would say something like, women do like to keep the house a little hotter than men. 2025 me might say something like that. 2026 me would not say something like that. 2026 me would say women and men like to keep the thermostat at exactly the same temperature. There's not even a single degree of difference between them. And you can draw your own conclusions from that. Like even in elementary school, in the boys' locker room is basically, for anybody who's never been in one, standard issue boys' locker room is basically a concrete square with benches around the perimeter that have hooks on them to hang your shit up and no walls. No walls at all. Sometimes the bathroom stalls don't even have walls. You're just kind of like open air shitting within eyesight of like the people that are just changing their clothes. In maybe like the 7th grade, we did a school play, and for some reason, like our green room was the girls' locker room, and we were like, we were pissed off. We were like, what the fuck? They have showers with like doors and walls, so they all get an individual shower. They all get an individual bathroom stall. They have like cubbies and shit, and the men just, basically, you're not in prison, but they bring the prison to you. You get a square with a couple of benches, your bare ass on the bench that probably gets cleaned like once a month. You're pissing in like a drain in the middle of the room. And then the girls' locker room is literally like, they treat you like a human being with some dignity in there. It's insane. And that still percolates out throughout your entire life as a man, essentially. Even still, the boys' bathroom, I don't know why I'm 37, I don't know why I'm calling it the boys' bathroom, but they treat you like livestock in there. They treat you as an engineering problem. If you ever start to complain about the men's bathroom, you start to hear about, but throughput and the unit cost per stall would be, have you ever heard anybody say shit like that about a women's bathroom ever? Never in history. Never in history. It's, of course we need stalls. There's dignity, and we need to have this over here, and, let's make it nice for them. And the men's bathroom, go Google Washington State Convention Center first floor bathroom window, piss window, that whole thing. Google that and show me the picture that you see. Average West Coast men's bathroom. I used to just go visit it just to experience it every PAX. What's crazy is it's probably worse than you're imagining. I think I need to have my hands. You walk into the bathroom, you turn right. There's 2 stalls and urinals on the other side with no dividers because you're not allowed to. If we put up a divider, there will be 3 cents per stall. Well, they're just men. Who cares? They're just pissing. They've cut in. Imagine you're sitting down in the stall. Your left would be where people are walking into the bathroom. They have cut out, I would say, about an 18-inch tall rectangle that's as wide as the stall wall, So you make eye contact with the people that are in the bathroom while you're shitting. And why? Well, it's honestly so that like if you're doing drugs in the bathroom and you pass out, like they can be like, hey, there's a dude in the bathroom that we need to like call 911 on. But for like those of us not doing drugs in the bathroom, kind of fucks up the vibe a little bit because you're like trying to shit. It's one of the rare times it's actually more embarrassing to piss than to shit. Because if you go into the stall to piss, you become completely depersonalized. You are just a pissing dick to everybody else in the bathroom. At least if you're shitting, you have a face. And like your ass is obscured by the wall. But if you're standing up to piss in that bathroom, you are just a piece of meat. It's fucking foul, man. I'm not even messing. People are saying I would rather shit my pants. The bathroom is so bad that genuinely, I might rather piss my pants. Even if I was wearing like light blue linen pants, I might rather piss my pants than stand up and piss in that stall. But I don't know, because toxic masculinity hurts men too. You know how I know that? About 50% of men who go piss in the stall leave the door open because they don't want you to think that they need privacy to piss. And they certainly don't want you to think that they're shitting. They just walk in and go piss to assert dominance over the toilet. Yeah, I'm using a stall, but I'm not a pussy. I'm pissing in here with the door open because all the urinals are taken. Pissing me off. This is the way. Shit's weird. I see it so often. Dude, also on the airplane yesterday, I took my daughter to the bathroom. We're waiting for the bathroom door to open. The door opened, and it was like an 8-year-old kid. And he like opened the door, and then he went, oh, and then he looked back. And he like went back into the bathroom and locked the door and closed it again. And then I waited like another 10 seconds and he came out again and he looked at me and said, the flush is broken. And I went, oh, okay, that's fine. Here, let me try. And then I opened up the door and there was just like a little turd sitting on the toilet, like in the bowl, but just sitting in the toilet. And you're gonna be like, how'd you fix it? I just pressed the flush button. And it went and flushed the fucking turd down the toilet. And then he went back to his seat. It was so good, man. Oh, dude. He got scared. He might have gotten scared. I don't know. Then my kid, I tried to get her to go into the bathroom, but she's like traumatized by the one time that the bathroom door didn't open right away. So she freaked out and she crawled back to our seat on her hands and knees. I was like, oh. Crawling on her hands and knees down the damn in-aisle lighting. Yeah, go on. You could go in the Sheraton. That's why it's nice to have that J.C. Denton style notes ledger with all the bathroom codes. I gotta get fucking on this. I gotta start trading some bathroom codes. I got some seriously high value ones. There's not a lot of public bathrooms in Vancouver, especially downtown. I mean, I'm selling. Just say there's a department store downtown, a very nice bathroom in a location where you would be hard pressed to find a very nice bathroom. I got the code. Be chill because I don't want them to change it. But bar in college had the urinal set up with one-way glass, so while you were pissing, you could see out into the bar. Dude, that's like Bleachers Bar in Boston. It's built into Fenway Park. The urinals face Fenway Park. And they have like an eye height window so you can still watch the baseball game while you piss. Now you're gonna say, how's that? I wouldn't know, because anytime I've ever been there, it's been like 1 a.m. But it's still kind of, it's vibes. That would be crazy. Imagine you hit a home run through the window. You like caught it while you were pissing. It's like a Mentos ad. There was excuse me, I Hate Women. I saw this in theaters opening night. If anything, that proves that I love women. And you're going to say, why? Because my wife wanted to see it, so I took her to see Captain Marvel. I wanted to see it too, but, mostly she's driving the bus on that sort of stuff, on the evening plans. Did you see Black Widow, though? Yeah, I paid $40 to watch a video on demand when it came out. Fucking sucked. Sucked ass. Florence Pugh, though, she sucked in the movie, too. She's a great actress, so she fucking sucked in the movie because the movie sucked. A lot of great actors and actresses are in shitty movies. You don't have to be. Don't do. It's the same. Motherfucker. It's the same thing when you're like, I hate the Smiths, but Johnny Marr is the real reason the Smiths are good. No, bro. Florence Pugh can be in Black Widow and still be ass in the movie, even though she's fucking fire in Little Women. Okay. You don't have to pretend that just because you like the movies that she's done where she's good, in every single movie she's good. That's crazy. Is Leo in any bad movies? Yeah, go see One Battle After Another. That'll answer your question. And the answer is no, or not since the 90s, maybe. Well, a lot of people aren't fucking with Gangs of New York, I guess. Oh, yeah, I forgot his fuck ass. Don't Look Up. Oh, I hate Don't Look Up so much. NJ Edgar, that's true. I really hate Don't Look Up. Oh, do I hate that movie. Most apartments are not designed for you to have all of your clothes clean at the same time. Most apartments are designed for you to always carry a little bit of laundry debt. Your closet won't have enough room for all your clothes. You need to store some excess dirty clothes in the hamper in order for everything to function appropriately. It's like how sometimes a company needs to take on debt to be efficient. You need to have a certain amount of dirty clothes in your house in order for your domicile to function appropriately. My girlfriend doesn't understand this, but it's true. That's the burden of the fellas. This one's just for the fellas. The interesting thing is, dishes don't work the same way. You don't need to carry a little bit of dish debt, which I haven't really figured out a way to put that in the model. Girlfriend gets the premier closet space and we just have to deal with it. Meg Resta, I swear to you, it's not a misogynist bit, but it's true. It's true. As the person who has adopted the role of the husband in my relationship with my wife, every once in a while, we have our own closets, and then for a while, I would open it up and I would be missing some clothes hangers. I didn't say anything because I was like, it's completely plausible that I just, thought that I had more clothes hangers than I actually do. But then some of the clothes started making their way into my closet, which is not a problem, by the way, but I let her know that I knew, just so that I could hold it over her head. Just so I could be like, just so you know, I know you took some of my closet space. And then she's like, is that a problem? And I'm like, no, of course not, sweetie. She said, do something about it. Yeah, basically. And she was right, too. It's normal to lose a little bit of closet space to your girlfriend. You make it up in food. I never considered that, but there's definitely some truth to that. Oh, you piece of crap, man. That was huge. Literally, that one, it didn't even matter if they were a bot because we lit them up so fast they had no chance. It's literally love languages. What do you think your love language is, chat? And don't say something glib like C++. I see him. But do say real ones because I don't know any of them. Okay, so how are we going to do this, bro? Okay, fair enough. Just verse real people? I'm here to tell you, bro, that's not what verse means anymore. What does it mean now? I'm not 100% sure. I think it's a guy who could top or bottom. I guess a person that could top or bottom. That might also be a switch. They might be the same thing, or there might be a nuanced difference between them. They're basically the same. Switch is dom sub. Got a lot to learn, man. It's the straightest thing I've ever heard. Go to a restaurant where middle-aged couples eat on date night. Straightest thing I've ever heard. 51-year-old husband on date night. All have the house burger. You're on a date night, bro. You're on a date. What do you... Ladies, be honest, okay? I'm asking you honestly. I'm using my honest card. When the fella orders a burger at a nicer restaurant, does it give you the ick? As a lady, I'm ordering the burger. I don't know how to explain it, but a lady ordering the burger doesn't give ick. She's literally hungry. Like, I feel like a man is ordering the burger because of societal pressure, and a woman orders a burger despite societal pressure. That's why when a woman orders a burger, especially if she's my wife, it's an act of rebellion. And when a man does it, it's an act of surrender. Oh, it's just, I was craving a burger all day. There's greater forces at play here than you could possibly understand, okay? I just love burgers, bro. Okay, whatever. Aren't you scared she's gonna leave you for a guy who orders the braised sablefish? It's gotta be in the back of your head, bro. It's gotta be in the back of your head. Every time you order the burger, you're like, maybe this is the one. Maybe there's another fella in the restaurant. Oh, we'll start with the... Can we start with the beet salad? And then we'll have the vichyssoise as our second course. And then after that, maybe the steamed sablefish. Babe, don't listen to him. Babe, it's just dinner. You don't even like beets. But he's so good at ordering. His order is so unusual. 3 courses? Act rich, stay broke. It's that simple. Getting 3 courses and not going appetizer, entree, dessert is kind of fucked up, though. Going soup, salad, entree, kind of unforced error. I like a soup, don't get me wrong, but you kind of want to have... You have a soup or a salad. Schedule a message. My life is so fucked up right now. I use schedule a message to reply to texts that my mom sends me, but I don't want to reply when I see the message because sometimes that's 5:15 in the morning. No, you got me all right. I don't schedule the reply because I don't want to talk to my mom. I schedule the reply because I wake up, look at my phone, and she sends me a message at like 8:45 when I'm already like closing my eyes and going to sleep. Hello, pop friend. So then I type a text so I don't forget to reply, and I click and schedule the message to deliver at like 8 a.m. the following morning. Because I know my mom, for me, she keeps the notification chime on for all communication. So I don't want to be responsible. The other thing is, when people get older, if they ever wake up in the middle of the night, they can't get back to sleep. So to be a responsible child, you have to take their sleep hygiene into account and not hit them with any unnecessary bells or whistles overnight. Too nice, I'll be running up and down the stairs like I'm doing ladder drills. Well, I don't live in a house with my mom, but I do try to go up the stairs quietly. But it's different, it's different when you have a kid. They should have called the game Don't Wake Kiddo instead of Don't Wake Daddy. Because if Daddy wakes up, pretty decent chance he could just close his eyes, go back to bed. Even if he did get a bottle of mustard squirted into his face. If you wake up the kid, it's all over. Because you wake up the kid, they're going to wake up Daddy regardless. And then the whole day is fucking ruined. The other thing is, sometimes a kid goes back to sleep. Sometimes a kid just says, fuck it. 4:45 in the morning, that's when I'm starting my day. If Daddy wakes up, who gives a shit? It's so true. We got dads out here talking like, I'm tired. Bro, nobody cares. Nobody cared last time. Nobody cares this time. Nobody's going to care next time. Get a cup of coffee and fucking get over it. So true. Thank you for saying so true, because if the first comment said, is this going to be another men's rights pivot? If the first comment said some shit like that, I would have crashed out. But the fact that somebody said that's true, you've saved me. Who's they? Everyone you talk to, including all other men. Including me. 50% renters is crazy. Yeah, they don't know shit about Montauk, bro. They don't know shit about Joel and Clementine Krajewski. Because in my head, they get married and Joel takes her last name. Because he's kind of a needy beta. And she, I don't know. I would need her to take the Omegaverse quiz, I think, to figure out what she would be. They do not get married. They get married. Literally, some haters with no media literacy will say the ending implies that they're doomed to do the cycle of falling in love and erasing their memories forever. My headcanon is that after 2 or 3 loops, they just get it right. They just figure it out. And they go, you know what? Let's stop all this crazy stuff. Let's stop giving 10% of our paycheck to Tom Wilkinson and let's just get married. Let's try this thing out. I thought it was a comedy, so it was not great for a first date. I can't do this again. I can't do this thing where I'm like, I fucked up my date by trying to show a girl a good movie. I'm sure it's probably totally fine. I have to believe that she just tanked it and was probably like, this was a good movie. Thanks for taking me. My friend asked me for a recommendation for a movie. I told him to go see The Lighthouse. Next day, he was pissed because he was going out on a movie date. Honestly, are the neurotypicals okay? I feel like it was totally fine to have a date and go see the lighthouse. It gives you some shit to talk about. Like, this is, unironically, this is the data point that is like turning me towards believing that maybe I got something crazy going on upstairs. It doesn't seem like a big deal at all. It just seems like it's a complete non-issue. Might be the mermaid jerking off scene and the farting. Okay, so what are you suggesting? It's inappropriate for a date. The shit that pisses me off is you are all atheists and you're like, I don't want to watch a movie with farting is not appropriate for a date. Well, it's going to offend their tender sensibilities. Like, your attitude towards the movies that you can watch on a date with a woman are unironically misogynist. And you're calling me a misogynist because I didn't know about Nellie Taylor winning the Wyoming election for gubernatorial control of Wyoming in 1924, bro. Plus, the worst case scenario, if she actually does get offended and she doesn't want to watch it, don't you trust her to be like, this shit's kind of weird, turn it off. She's not just going to sit there and be like, whoa, he picked a bad movie. I'm never going to go on a date with this guy again. Doesn't make any damn sense. Why are you so puritanical? You're 22! Fucking chill out. It doesn't matter. Sit in the seat, watch the first 22 minutes of the movie, make out for the rest of it, and fucking add it to Letterboxd with whatever the consensus score is. This is the way, bro. They lost the sacred text. They don't know what they're doing anymore. They don't know what they're doing anymore. I watched The Hateful Eight in theaters with my Mormon grandpa, and that scene was not a fun time. I'm freaking out. I guess I trust everyone I see movies with to be adults, and they can just handle their own shit. You know how many movies I've seen where people are fucking? And I've like watched it on the couch with my parents when I was like 14. I don't give a fuck, man. I can't believe we have grown adults covering their eyes during sex scenes in like R-rated award-winning films with their parents. Just watch the fucking movie. It's not real. It's a fucking movie. Why would you take your grandpa to a Tarantino film? Because he's lived long enough on planet Earth that he can appreciate true cinema. I'm fucking dying. I'm fucking dying. You don't believe that these are real people. You don't believe that the person you're taking out on a date and possibly wooing and maybe falling in love with and getting married and starting a family with is a real person with interiority and some autonomy of their own. You don't believe that the people who raised you are real people with complicated emotions that can and mature sensibilities that can actually handle stuff. I'm freaking out. You think you're the only real person. You think you're the only, well, you're literally looking at the demography of it and this movie wouldn't be appropriate for them. They're not an 18 to 35-year-old male who spends 8 hours a day on Reddit. What are you talking about? They're people. He looks so skinny while crashing out. Oh my God, it's the nicest thing anyone's ever said to me. Chicken potato is fucking working. Chicken potato is working gangbusters. Holy shit, this is awesome. I'm on that Ben Stiller meet the parents type diet. Oh. I saw Bridesmaids in the theater at 14 with my mom, and she laughed and poked me at the part where she mentions the son's blanket was stiff from jerking off into it. W mom. That's huge W mom energy. That's what moms are supposed to do. They're supposed to embarrass you. And you're going to say, like, Mom, that's not cool. Okay, stop jerking off into, like, fabric when your mom still does your laundry, you gross little boy. Jerk off into a fucking tissue and at least throw it in the garbage can. Or like flush it down the toilet or something, you fucking pervert. You can only jerk off into your bed sheets if you're the one who does the linens, you fucking moron. Of course she knows you're whacking it. What do you think, bro? Are you stupid? Everyone is now realizing their moms knew they jerked it. I'm so sorry, but if you're like in your 20s or older, and you somehow were still laboring under the delusion that your mom didn't know her teenage son was jerking off, you might be fucking stupid. How could they not know, man? You're like a little kid. You're not slick, man. Of course they knew. Can I tell you something else? The reason, if they never bring it up, the reason they never bring it up is because you have a truce. I know that, you get a little older, and all of a sudden you're like, man, Every Saturday, my mom would be like, hey, me and your dad are just going to take a nap for a little bit. Are you good out here? And I'd be like, yeah, I'm fine, Mom. Wow, I guess working hard really makes you sleepy. They were fucking in there. I don't bring that up to them, and they don't bring the jerk-off shit up to me. This is the way, man. It's family business. You broke Omerta? Yeah, but it was funny. I never even saw my parents kiss. That's funny, man. Well, they were fucking other people then. in all likelihood. Hopefully. Why does that sound so sad? I think it's sad to live in a world where you never see your parents kiss. You look to your parents to be a model for what like a grown-up relationship is supposed to be like. And what if you never have one of those? Oh yeah, it was not really my fault, to be honest with you. Top 15%. Some of us have divorced parents. Oh hey, but like you're my grandsta, I need you to be my strongest soldier. Having divorced parents is better than having parents that are unhappily married. If the marriage sucks, the fact that they got divorced is a buff. They buffed it in the patch, man. Also, this isn't really fair because my parents are still married and in love. It's really like 70s to 90s coded to be like an adult out here talking about like my parents are divorced. It's not for me to say that didn't give you trauma. I'm sure it gave you trauma. But they got it all out between the 70s and the 90s. Like every Jim Carrey movie in the 90s was about him being a bad father and him almost getting divorced from the dad's mom, okay? But then they eventually reconciled, okay? It's so easy to deal with. I literally can't say that because I've never been through it, but at the same time, it does feel to me like, people were getting divorced like crazy 20 years ago, and the kids are out there like still, they're grown-ups now. So I think most of them probably tank it. Sure, some of them are worse than others, don't get me wrong. Now I gotta call some lady my dad's wife? That is fucking funny. I've never in my life been able to say something like, oh, my dad's wife. My mom's new boyfriend. I don't think that would be traumatic for me to get into the adjustment of saying something like my mom's new boyfriend. To have to send a message to someone that's like, I can't right now. Jeff's over. Oh, my mom took the car. She's on a date with Jeff. I'm like, fuck. Stuck in my fuck ass room because mom's out with Jeff right now. Mom's at the Lone Star, Texas grill with Jeff. Jeff has his own aluminum siding business, but he can't take the work truck for personal business. Fuck you, Jeff. Please stop. I beg you. Half weeb is all right. I feel like it's like hot sauce. Like adding a little bit of anime or Japanese cinema, something like that to your media taste, it amps it up. It brings out like more interesting flavors. And when you go all the way, it's just too much. Kate, look away. Well, this is a guy's tier list, so she doesn't have to worry about that. If this was a girl's tier list, it would completely change a lot of the stuff. Not listening, waiting to talk, that's the homie. Why is a man talking and a woman listening when the woman should be able to talk too? Contrarian, oh, so it's illegal to disagree with a man now? That's the homie. Uber Eats, DoorDash, Target Demo, I think women should be able to eat whatever they want. That's the homie still. Crypto girl real, literally breaking new ground in a male-dominated industry, bringing some legitimacy to something seen as a degenerate pursuit. That's in the S tier. They're doing this list, but gender bent and putting everything in the S tier. Actually doing the bit would be so annoying, but saying that we would do the bit is really funny. You get 80% of the humor out of just coming up with the idea. Now, I've just said something very, very misandrist. So will you allow me to say something misogynist instead? Just just a little bit. Magresta, maybe just a little bit. I feel like messy girl gives off much worse vibes than messy guy. And part of that is my lensing of messy guy as like a default. This is my like toxic masculinity, heteronormative, the default case for young men to be is messy. When you would see like a girl's room and it was fucked up, you're like, she's not okay. And maybe it's not fair that society puts that pressure on them, but it changes I feel like it changes the dynamic a little bit. Why the hell they all got clean clothes all over their floor? Brother, and Kate does not do this. She keeps a very tidy house. But the number of times in my life I've had this conversation, I don't even want to go down that road again. What do you mean, as dirty as I've ever been in my life, I've never thought of storing my clean clothes on the floor. This is misogynistic as fuck. Just say caught. Just say caught. Just say I caught you, and you're offended, and you are losing clout, and the streamer is clout farming you, and say caught. I'm about to level up and you look like just enough XP. I know the sushi bit is old now, but I thought you should know after I started HRT, I started craving sushi a lot more, so you might be onto something. What's crazy is that the older I get, the more I start to think that the sushi bit does not work. But I also think it might be based on nutritional preferences. Because I've been craving sushi, I even had sushi last night, but I've been craving sushi a lot more, and pizza, I don't know. I could take it or leave it right now. Maybe it's because I got laser hair removal on my back. But I will maintain that you are virtue signaling if you were offended by it. Because all you need to do is go into a sushi restaurant and tell Minnie, it's so simple. A quick survey with your eyes. How many tables are only women and how many tables are only men? You're gonna see a difference, and if you're denying that, you're denying reality, okay? It is common for women going out with women to go to sushi restaurants. It is not common for men going out with men to go to sushi restaurants. Because of toxic masculinity, males are not afforded the same leeway when it comes to picking a restaurant. You almost have to pick a sports bar every single time, which is yet another reason why men have it harder than women. Because I don't want to go to Earl's, bro. I want to go to Sushi California. What happens with sushi pizza? It exists in my country. I think my country made it, but I've never seen a human being order it. In my life, I've never seen a single person say, I'll have the sushi pizza. Now, I'm not saying it's never happened. I'm saying I've never been next to someone who has ordered it. Calamari pizza hits the spot. Bro, I mean, I don't want to say it, and people will deny this. There is a tier list for appetizers. I'm sorry. Crispy fried meats and seafoods, gotta be S tier appetizers. Second tier, in the A tier, shareable things like nachos, maybe buffalo wings, something like that. Coconut shrimp, it absolutely fits the bill. Potato skins, chilaquiles, something like that. Wings too messy. They hate you for that one, but there is some truth to that. Buffalo wings are a little messy. And like, I don't really care on principle, but it is just one more thing to deal with in this fucked up world. Southwest egg rolls. I don't think I've ever had a Southwest egg roll. Could be good though, man. I mean, I'm guessing it's good because I have seen it on menus. You're also talking to the guy who hasn't had a mozzarella stick, like, maybe in the 21st century so far. Nothing Fried is an S-tier app. Okay, let me guess. Dimitri from that fucking cooking show on Netflix I watched a long time ago that I've forgotten the name of. Oh, I'll have the hamachi crudo. Fuck you, bud. And that crudo's really good. I'm not gonna disagree. Crudo is really good, but come on. At a casual restaurant, you're not interested in getting the fried stuff with cheese? Also, don't make me go down the same rabbit. By the way, you're right, but don't make me go down the same rabbit hole we went down earlier, which is restaurants are afraid of having a sides menu because it looks like, oh, I have to order a side with my entree. The entree's already expensive, so they put all the vegetables into the appetizer section, which doesn't make any sense because crispy Brussels sprouts are not an appetizer. It's something that you want alongside of your entree. I know we've said it before, but they haven't changed the culture yet. Chicken and potato order at the sushi restaurant. Can I tell you, there's a horseshoe theory to white guys at sushi restaurants ordering chicken teriyaki. And I know because I've gone all the way around the horseshoe. First part of the horseshoe, I don't like raw fish, so I'm just gonna have chicken teriyaki. Then you go a little bit further up. Why am I paying money for raw food? I should pay money for them to cook the food. And then you get a little further up, and then you're like, I'm only gonna ever order sushi at the Japanese restaurant. If I'm at a Japanese restaurant, of course I'm ordering sushi. And then, as you go around the other side, you're like, you know what? Maybe we could have one roll and we'll get something off the Robata menu or something like that. Maybe we'll have one roll and we'll get like a black cod set or something like that. And then you get to the bottom of the horseshoe and you're like, fuck it, I feel like chicken teriyaki tonight. I love sushi. I've had sushi enough in my life that I trust myself at the Japanese restaurant to go, I don't think it's a sushi night tonight. I think it's a chicken teriyaki night. I feel exalted. Katsu? You're getting katsu at the sushi restaurant? That shit's coming out of the package from H Mart and going straight in the deep fryer, man. You at least get yourself to like a real katsu restaurant instead of, you can't be ordering katsu at the Kimbap Chongguk, man. He knows ball? I mean, 15 years ago, sure, but these days you gotta mix it up a little bit. They got good katsu out there. Yeti, I like what you're doing here with this. Getting the guy who gets Hitachi and Hibachi confused. I do like that. -8 dust bunnies in future offices. I'm getting the karage. Karage kind of always good. Is it chicken nuggets? Yeah. Or popcorn chicken. But karage always pretty good, man. You know what I got when we had sushi yesterday? You know what appetizer I got? I highly recommend? Gomai. Spinach gomai is really good. Shit bangs like crazy. The gomai or the... Well, I guess both. You could say both. I won't be mad. Chicken and leek gyoza, though. Can I tell you something? Wait one second. It has to be here or here. I'm not a gyoza as an appetizer believer. One exception. Ramen restaurants. 5-piece gyoza with a ramen goes crazy. But otherwise, outside of a ramen restaurant, I'm not a gyoza believer. If anything, I'm a gyoza as an entree believer. I would rather have like 9 gyoza as part of an entree than have 4 gyoza as an appetizer and then eat like a chicken burger or something like that. They need to open 18 more Dombo ramens in Vancouver, man. I'm sick of waiting in that fucking line. Just go to the new Jinya on Broadway in Granville. No disrespect, you're not a real ramen consumer. You're trying to catch a vibe, and that's fine. You're trying to impress a date, and that's cool. You won't catch me at Jinya. Ramen's twice as expensive as Dombo, half as good. Same weight, not gonna happen. You see me at Granville and Broadway. First off, many of you have seen me at Granville and Broadway because I'm in that Indigo now and then buying some children's books. But I'm going a couple of blocks to the south, and then on like Granville and 7th or Granville and 8th, there's a little place called the Stable House Bistro. That's mighty nice, mighty a little quaint. You're sort of like locked into the wall somewhere, but that's a pretty good restaurant. Try sukamen instead of regular ramen. I did once, and while I was eating it, I was like, this is pretty good, but I'd rather have some regular ramen, to be honest with you. I always feel bad for that sukamen restaurant. Or, sorry, it's not sukamen. My mistake, I'm not a real knower. It's Maze Soba. The Maze Soba restaurant that's right next to Dombo in Carysdale, that like the Dombo is obviously bringing the heat to the neighborhood, and then the Maze Soba restaurant has signs that are like, it's different than ramen. Try the Maze Soba. It's a completely different taste. Why did I think that it had to be there? It's a completely different taste of ramen. Kokoro kind of greasy. I didn't know we had so many Vancouver heads, but actually it makes sense. Because I talk about it, which means people that don't live in Vancouver will leave. And the only people left will be people who are familiar with some Vancouver stuff, which eventually means we're only going to have Vancouverites here. And maybe a few Seattle cast off. And Kingstonians, that's true. We want that $15. What, the 15? I thought it was 5, man. We need to bring back whimsy. I, low-key, Ewanley, could not agree more. And the real reason that it pisses me off is people go, we have whimsy. We don't have whimsy. We got a lot of goofy dudes. Goofiness and whimsy are virtues that occasionally intersect, but are not one-to-one. Whimsy can manifest itself in very serious ways, bro. Siblings but not twins, exactly. What's an example of serious whimsy? The wanderlust felt by one Sir Walter Mitty. Willy Wonka? Willy Wonka's goofy as fuck, bro. Bro gave his business away to a kid who won a sweepstakes. That's goofy, bro. He's not a serious entrepreneur. My ex's favorite movie was Walter Mitty. Made me watch that all the time. Oh, I hear you. Walter Mitty. Is your ex? What gender is your ex? Here we go. Well, I think there's different vibes if oh, have I lost the tire? Yes, I have. There's different vibes, I think, if a man likes Walter Mitty. I guess what I'm trying to say is I forgive a woman for watching Walter Mitty because they don't know that Walter Mitty's a puss. They think he's just like a guy trying to find some meaning in his life. They don't know that he's like a serious beta in a world full of sigmas and alphas. So I'll like give him some credit for that, because how are they supposed to know? It's like the same reason I'm not really fucking with like Mona Lisa Smiles. It speaks too authentically to like the lived experience of a woman. So like I can appreciate it, but I can't put myself 100% in the shoes, unfortunately. But if you're like an unbothered stoic Sigma, then, I mean, Walter Mitty is offensive to a guy like me.
I just don't watch a lot of crappy movies is the thing.
Yeah, I gotta watch more shit
Oops.
movies.
Yeah, you gotta
The worst
round out the
movie
curve.
I watched Hollow Man earlier this year. And that movie is really bad.
That's a rough one. Yeah, I think I've seen that one. Is that Kevin Bacon?
Kevin Bacon
Yeah.
is invisible.
Oh, that's a bad.
Yeah.
He invents a drug that turns you invisible and evil.
Yeah.
It's crazy that there's only like 3 movies where a man is invisible, and Judd Apatow's made like 8 comedies where the women are completely invisible.
Oh man,
Oh,
yes,
wow.
bro.
Oh,
From the 3-point line.
I bonded with a girl over watching your VODs. Now she's my girlfriend. Thanks for all you do for the Sapphic community. I'm hearing reports that in the Sapphic community, Northern Lion is pretty glazed. In the heterosexual women community, we're not 100% sure. I imagine that the mean heterosexual woman is kind of exposed to my content under duress by a naive boyfriend or husband who is like, you've got to see this. Husband who doesn't own headphones or something like that. But I think the Sapphic community is watching of their own volition. Even though I have not seen Love Lies Bleeding yet. Someone's got their dick in me. They're planting seed in my ass. Okay, that kind of works. Period shits. Blowing through the corner of my ass. Blowing out the corner of my hole. Period shits. Spackling some shit up on the bowl. It totally works.